Alright, man, what the hell? Here I am just trying to take a damn nap, and I just keep getting pings as if I was supposed to be somewhere, supposed to be doing something. Man, seriously, what the actual hell, man? Right, I think I am supposed to be doing something today. Oh, well, I guess maybe it's not just going to be pulling a DSP this time around. Yeah, this is what happens when you get rich and famous. I wish I was either of those things. That would be pretty fun. Maybe I'll be infamous pretty soon, though. Maybe it's possible. Ah, jeez. See, actually, I got an excuse. Well, not really. I just thought I could watch an episode of Phantasy Star Online 2 right before the stream starts, and then I did. But then I just realized, fuck, I still need to set everything up. Yeah, oops. So here I was just getting my links together, getting everything pulled up, getting everything properly aligned. But at least you got a nice Senran Kagura dragon. Yeah, Ikaruga makes a very good dragon, doesn't she? Yeah, she makes a pretty damn good one, if I do say so myself right there. Yeah, latent mini Mike. Hey, I'm not that bad. I wish I was as rich, though. Fucking $63 billion? Dude, you guys would just... I mean, all of Blade Devil would be done. It would be fucking finished, man. Yeah, pulling a DSP. Is that what they call it these days? Well, yeah, I mean, we've been calling it that ever since DSP did it. You saw that one where he was on camera wanking before stream, right? Yeah, that's how it is, man. That's how it freaking is. Yeah, dragon titties. I know. I saw the demands in the chat. I saw what was going on. Yeah, she's a hottie. I know. Senran Kagura was such a great franchise, and then Marvelous decided, we're just gonna stick with Soini, and for what it's worth, I could understand, if they were contractually obligated, but then why not just release the uncensored versions on the PC? Yeah, sure, they may have done that with the localization, with the Western version of Burst Renewal, but that's because they already had it on the PlayStation in Japan. But going forward, just rest in peace, Senran Kagura. If you guys don't move entirely back to Switch and PC, poor franchise, man. Poor freaking franchise. It is done. Yeah, now I know why RGE was late. Yeah, it may have something to do with it. I mean, if you scroll down, you can't scroll down, but look at these interestingly designed panties right there. Or I guess bikini bottom would be the correct term. Now, I wonder how it looks like down below. Don't you guys? Don't you just wonder? That would be a pretty nice view, man. Pretty nice view. You know what you know what's not a nice view, though? You know what's really not? Although this would get us published by Marvel. So, yeah, Blade Devil, after making a few artistic modifications, and autistic modifications, I guess, it is now good enough to be printed at Marvel. I'm going to scroll down and let you guys see the new and improved Marvel-ready Blade Devil. I mean, look at that. This is like exactly what Marvel's putting out. Yeah, do you guys just really want to be buying my book now? And now I don't even have to play that little clip that Cecil had on repeat. Like, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. I don't even need to, man. I mean, this sells itself, doesn't it? This is Marvel quality work right here. Marvel quality, I swear. And I got proof, too. I got proof because then... Yeah, if you scroll down, where's that? Yeah, this is what's being published at Marvel right here. It's not really not that much of a joke. I mean, this is Marvel. Yeah, this is what Marvel is putting out. Yeah. I figured I'd scar you all for life. Don't worry, man. We got some brain bleach. We got our Senran Kagura dragon right there. Yeah, LGBTQ approved. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what we're doing, man. Yeah, is that real, Squirrel Girl? Yeah, this is Squirrel Girl. This is what she looks like. Remember when she used to at least be a somewhat cute character? Those were great days. Those were real good days. But, I'm not going to torture you with that. Instead, from Lord Anonymous again. Yeah, he does some really good work with Ashara, Barrel Shoda, some little collaborations with Shantae. Yeah. So here's Kaj. All he wants to do is make a contract with you. That's it, man. Nothing suspicious here. Like, hey, just sign a contract with me, man. Just sign a contract. That's all you need to do. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, this is way less threatening and way less cringe-inducing than the other one I just showed you, isn't it? Yeah, isn't this way better? At least I think so. So, wouldn't you just really love to go and make a contract with him? Hey, if you make a contract with Kaj right now via the link I'm posting in the chat to the pre-launch campaign, you're going to be getting some discounts. If you want to buy some Blade Devil, don't want to pay like a million fortunes. Yeah, you can do that, man. You can get some good discounts. We got you covered. We got you freaking covered. Yeah. So just check that out here in the chat. Okay, so, and yeah, Scars of Edron, she's making her own comic, actually, with that's her main character there. She did a nice little crossover with Shiara, so I'll let you guys stare at this eye bleach real quick. I'll let you look at this while I go get caught up on some shekels there, because honestly, I was just kind of, I did torture you guys with that, but hey, that's what I had to see yesterday right before going to sleep. So all you guys get to see it too. All right. And Bend Over, thank you for the 10. Enjoy the shekels. Well, okay, I think I will. Maybe not right now, but maybe next month when Google gives them to me, I sure will. And then another 10 from Bend Over. Thank you. Nice dragon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very nice dragon. Very nice. And Chrono Trigger Happy, thank you for the 10. Good evening, everyone. Non-comic related announcement that Warzone 2100, a little RTS from 1999, is free. That's right, free on Steam. Okay, not just for a limited time, right? It's not one of those where you could just play it for the weekend and then it goes away. Because Warzone, that was a pretty fun one. That was a pretty good one. Yeah, Yuri crossover, nice plot. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good plot, man. Fucking a lot of good plot. Yeah, any good upcoming manga coming out? Well, actually, I had to do that meme, I'm sorry. Yeah, the 10th volume of Land of the Lustrous is about to come out, so there is that. You can look forward to that. I sure as hell am. Yeah, Barrel Shoda be like stuck in the middle with you. Yeah, he'd be like one lucky Barrel Shoda, man, if he'd just be there stuck in the middle. Ah, shit. Oh my god, I am so far behind. Yeah, this is what happens when I'm this much of a boomer. Yeah, DCV Titan, thank you for the 5. That is one cute dragon. In exchange, I'd like to suggest you look up the game Hazumi and the Pregnation on Steam. It's exactly what it sounds like. Actually, I already got that game from DL site. I'm aware. Yeah, and Unknown Existence, thank you for the 5. Hey, RGE, I don't think you've ever mentioned him, but do you know Review Tech USA? And if you do, what do you think of him? I used to watch his stuff, but then I just kind of stopped, mostly because I was watching like 20 different YouTube channels that all covered the same topics. And yeah, if he is involved in any drama, if he's done something lately, I have no clue. I actually haven't been watching him for like a year, but I do know who he is. I have nothing bad to say about him. He seems to have a good sense of humor about his weight situation, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you guys are gonna have to tell me, is Review Tech USA doing something? I mean, is there a reason you ask that question? Like, is he involved in some drama or some shit? I know that back before Mundane Matt torpedoed his career, him and Review Tech USA were actually on pretty good terms, but I don't know about right now. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah. He's mainly playing all fields for monetary purposes. Well, he is a big YouTuber. I mean, that's what they do. See, and that's the reason or one of the many reasons. I'm not going to pretend like it's not mostly my fault, but that's one of the many reasons I can never become that big. Because I can't do that shit. I'll get myself into way too much trouble. Way too much fucking trouble. It's not going to work. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that. See, we got another fan art last second, which is absolutely perfect because we kinda need one right now. All right, let me save this real quick. Yeah, what's that? Oh, I may as well just read some more Sheckler. So, Ken Quest, thank you for the 10. Can we start getting a one per stream dose of hate facts? There's an archive of them, but if I go there, I'll be lost in it. Also, it's fun to see how people react to that kind of thing. Fine if no. What do you mean by hate facts? Is that a meme that my boomer ass is just not aware of? Yeah, it probably could be. It could be. All right. In that case, I can just get this ready. I'm not going to be able to pull up the good version on stream because you know how YouTube is. You know how YouTube is. I can't do that. I cannot. I can't show anything that'll get YouTube. That'll get YouTube too uptight about me. They're already kind of threatening my ass anyway in various ways, so that's fine. That is fine. Oh man, so what is this? Did you do a All right, let me bring up this next one here. From Ryan Jill. Yeah, Monster Gijinka. Yeah, from if you guys been watching Ishizoku reviewers. Oh man, right before it gets to the good stuff. Right before it gets to the good stuff. You guys you're not going to be able to see that. Oh well, I guess you're just going to have to go to Ryan Jill's Twitter and you're going to have to check that out. Yeah, you're just going to have to go take a good damn look yourselves because I can't show it here on YouTube. Maybe even this is enough. You know, YouTube has been pretty screwy recently. Oh, and yeah, so Toxic Man Baby there, he's sitting there, he's saying he's way too busy. I mean, yeah, he still has to get caught up on interspecies reviewers. So yeah, he is way too busy to pay attention right now. It's completely understandable, but apparently we're going to have some more art, like right there. Oh, and Don Creep, thank you for the 5. Don't read it! You done fucked it up. Yeah, I guess I did. I read it, man. I fucking read it. Oh, well. I wish there was a way you could stop that, though, other than changing things into a language you don't understand. But that would be nice if you could just stop your brain. And GeoPrime2814, thank you for the 5. Every minute you're late, another sub gets a free issue. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not going to be able to, dude, even if I sold 100,000 copies of Blade Devil, with rules like that, they'd all be given away for free. I wouldn't be able to afford that shit. And Kinder Chris, thank you for the 2. Get to streaming, boomer, your chair. I know. I actually, I had to finish getting my tea and then actually go to the bathroom because that's better than pausing the stream halfway through. Kai Magnus, thank you for the 2. That tea better be worth it, boomer. Hashtag Leighton Chair. Actually, yeah, I had to open up a new pack. It's part of what took so long. You know, you ever have that happen where you actually use up the last item in a container and you don't realize you used up the last one? So then you just put the container back, and then the next day you want to get another one, and it's all empty. That's what happened with my tea today. I actually used up the last of the tea I was drinking previously, and then I just go to whip it out. You could take that however you will, and there's no fucking tea in there, so I had to get some more. Ryan Jacobson, thank you for the 2. Good evening, Vietnam. Yeah, at least it's not good morning, huh? Yeah. All right, and Jarnagit, thank you for the 5. Pulling a DSP, is that what they're calling it these days? Well, yeah, I mean, ever since DSP pulled it on stream, they call it pulling a DSP. That is exactly right. That's what happened to RGE with his condoms. Well, yeah, that was kind of tragic, but luckily she didn't know my real life info anyway, so I was able to get out of that. And Brian Hodgson, thank you for the 2. That Dragon Chick is perfect, built-in handles. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you could grab up here or down here at the back. Yeah, whichever one. I guess if you're doing oral, you grab up here, so it fits. Yeah, she's ready for all positions. And Ryan Jacobson, thank you for the 5. Jesus H. Christ crying in the beer, that deep face. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to pull it back. Let's look at something cooler instead, though. Yeah, so this one, obviously, from Saturday, 2 days ago. We got the crab battle going on. We got that already, nice and polished up. But I'm sure you guys want to see the one below that. That's the really important one. That's the real big one. Some of you've seen this one before, but what's going on down below? Oh, this one was from yesterday when there was just 1 week left. Oh, she's going full blown Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. Just that's what's going on up in here. This is the kind of action you can expect. This is why you get Blade Devil and none of that poser shit. Yeah. Man, we're going to be set, man, when this... Oh, and it keeps getting better from here, actually. It keeps getting better. Every page... Yeah, this is one of those weird, funny, awesome moments where almost every page in the book is the best page in the book. It just keeps escalating over and over and over. Absolutely perfect, man. Yeah, so this, I cannot wait for this shit to come out. I can't wait for everyone to get it in their hands now. And we're definitely shooting, unless things go really, really, really bad, like me and or my artist die or end up in a coma or some shit. This would be a nice Christmas present, man. This is going to be a nice Christmas present if I do say so myself. I wouldn't mind getting something awesome like this for Christmas. Yeah. Yeah, Ashera likes fisting. Well, actually, she doesn't like it that much. That's why she's fighting back against it. She'd much prefer just something more traditional. Yeah, if you know what I mean, right there. Yeah, yeah, you could. There's so many of them you could do. Yeah, there's so freaking many. Yeah, Blade Devil, Sword Fu. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to make sure that hers. She's just like Fist of the North, like Kenshiro in Fist of the North Star, where her martial arts, it literally lets her do anything. Literally lets her do fucking anything, man. Yeah, because I don't know if you guys remember, but there was even an episode in Fist of the North Star where Kenshiro was fighting this giant. And he just hit some pressure points, and now, boom, now he's flying. Now he's fucking flying, man. Yeah, that's, we're going to have to do that. Although Ashara can just grow wings, she could just have a Red Bull, and she'll be fine. Yeah, they're making a contract with a demon. It comes with a few bonuses, it really does. Yeah, all right, man. So, yeah, it's, we're probably gonna, or we're really trying to get get everything out, ready to go, get the trailer finalized. It was one of those really weird situations where I actually had all that shit ready to go, or I had the trailer planned out based on what we were supposed to have done by the end of this month, and then coronavirus went and fucking happened. I hope we're still going to make it look spectacular, but yeah, there's definitely going to have to be a disclaimer that, yeah, this is a work in progress, but I hope everybody understands. Yeah, Kenshiro versus Ashiara, who'd win in a soaring match. No, that depends on who has the home field advantage. Because again, if this was the Fist of the North Star universe, Kenshiro could do anything. He could just find some pressure points to hit, and he's literally God. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a pressure point that lets him actually turn water into wine. And for what it's worth, before anyone gets the wrong idea, I fucking love Fist of the North Star. I love that anime, and manga, I guess. But yeah, I mean. It has its issues, is what I'm saying. It's okay to like something, and also, and just be aware that it has problems. Not all the shit you like is perfect. That's all you need to know. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh man, Toxic Man Baby, just dropping just turning this whole thing into a downer now. Yeah, some pages were slightly rushed, but it's because of us who asked asked the color team to hurry too much. As a result, yeah, he's swamped and trying to level them up. Yup. Oh yeah, so he's doing his best to catch up, man. It should be okay. We're gonna have a good dude. The trailer's already better than the vast majority of the ones I've seen. It is, man. It's at least got by far the best artwork of all of them. Yeah. And Lynx Bro, thank you for the $1. Your mic levels are a bit high. God damn it. Okay, let me check that real quick. I really hate this shit, but yeah, I'll go dark for a little bit. Oh, okay, actually, I can see this myself now. God damn it. Okay, let me open that up then. Yeah, I really need to figure out how I can, in Windows, stop it from auto-adjusting itself. I want to keep it at a set fucking level, but this goddamn pile of garbage just keeps adjusting itself. Okay, now it's good. Now it's good. All right, let me just turn the monitor back on. I know you want to see the crab battle, so there you go. Here's the crab battle. Yeah. Who turned out the lights? Hey, or like Terrence Pop. Did it get dark in here? Yeah. Okay, so now the mic should sound better. Yeah, thanks for telling me that. And Ava Unit 02, thank you for the $1. Thoughts on Bigfoot Bill 2? Doug Tenable exploited the Comicsgate audience and abandoned it later after Earthworm Jim campaign, but he at least publishes high-quality books. Also, MS released, or Microshaft released the Xbox One Series X specs. Thoughts on that? I don't really care about consoles at the moment, so I wasn't even aware they did that. But hey, they're probably going to end up whooping Sony's ass this generation, so that's going to be funny to watch. I wish Microshaft all the best at this point. All the freaking best, man. Ah, shit, that is... But as for Doug, I mean, that is one of those real weird situations where, you know, whatever you may think about the man, he does put out some high-quality content. And, Judging by what I've seen from the Bigfoot Bill 2 campaign, I think most of the people buying that book are new to him, just because it's the 2-book packs that seem to be selling. Unless it's just because, I mean, I believe he added more content to book 1. Maybe that's why, so everyone who already bought book 1 may be buying an extra copy. But hey, you know, I don't wish any ill on him. We'll see how it goes for him. He's already, you know, just soaring past his goal. He got 20,000 in the first hour. What do you guys think, man? You think with art like this, you think we can match it with Blade Devil? You guys think it's possible that we can break 20,000 in 1 hour? God damn, I sure as fuck hope so. That would be spectacular. But I mean, being a bunch of no names, unfortunately, I wouldn't expect that. But if it did happen, that would be awesome. That would be fucking hilarious. That would just be so cool. That was so cool. And unlike some of these people, though, we are actually putting out full pages. So in the build-up to the launch, because we're 6 days away, so we're going to be releasing 1 page a day again. And if you guys know how to count, you could probably figure out that we released pages 1 through 5 earlier. But there's going to be 6, so we're going to be releasing at least 6 pages before the campaign even launches. So here's page 1 again. Yeah, you got tentacle rape going on in the very first page. It almost looks like a scene from a doujin up top. But if you look real close, I mean, you see they both got their pants on. But you got a nice backstory shot there. See, backstory shot at the top, plot shot at the bottom. Dude's begging for his life. Like, yeah, please spare me. I don't want to die. And Ashiara's there like, sorry, bitch. I was too late. It's too risky to let you go now, so I'll end this before the corruption consumes you. And that's exactly what she fucking did. She ended it before the corruption consumed him. Yeah, and see, but god dang, look at that backstory shot. Oh, that is glorious right there. That is glorious. Yeah, and this dude, yeah, he's not having a good day, is he? He is not having a good day. Because I was just a little bit too late. Too late for what? Well, you guys are just going to have to get the book and find out. Please no suck me dry. Oops. Well, that's what... See, this is before. Look at that face. I'm going to zoom in on that. Yeah, look at that. This here's before. This is, yeah, before being sucked dry. And... this is after. Yeah, he's not having a good day, man. He's really not having a good day. But we'll see. Maybe some of these guys will get better. Maybe. Yeah, give me. Yeah, midriff shot too. Yeah, man. That's right. We got some navel showing right there. Fucking spectacular. Shit. I could actually just look at this all day right there, man. That is all day. What's that? Oh, Toxic Man Baby spoilers in the chat there. So yeah, the plan is a brand new page on Saturday with text. 2, actually, since it's a spread. Now everybody knows. now everyone knows what to expect. How much for Blade Devil hentai? Dude, hentai's already going to be made. I can guarantee you, there's going to be fucking hentai made of this. There will be. So yeah, we're publishing the pages up through 7 before the campaign even launches. And then the trailer launches Sunday. So keep that in mind, guys. Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be starting a very long-ass stream. Very long-ass fucking stream. Hey, you know what? I was planning on going for like 12 hours. But maybe if we could break 20,000, maybe I'll go for a whole 24. As much as that's going to fucking suck for me, as long as I could get Monday off work, I could do that. I could fucking do that, man. Yeah. Oh, it's toxic again. I didn't know I was supposed to say it. No. I'm just trying to make a show. That's all good. Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, no big deal there. But yeah, the trailer launches on Sunday, right before the show. I'm probably going to launch the campaign between 1 and 1:30 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys are signed up for the mailing list, you will be aware that it's coming. Yeah, and I'm going to send links to the discount tiers and everything. Yeah, and the only way you're going to be able to access them is, if you sign up to the pre-launch. So if you want to support Blade Devil, but you want to spend a little bit less money, well, that's how you're going to do it, man. That is how it's going to happen. Cool. Oh, man, holy shit, I am still trying to get caught up. Too much. Man, I never thought I'd be in a position where I'd be, oh my God, there's too much shekels being thrown at me. What the hell am I going to do? Holy shit, there's way too much here. All right, so Johnny, thank you for the 10. Makoto is the superior squirrel girl. Praise the underboob. Oh yeah, from Blaze Blue. And Ron Type, thank you for the Filipino pesos. Gintoki from Gintama can draw better than that. Yeah, Orsoka from Avatar The Last Airbender. Yep. And Cameron Allen, thank you for the 2. Thanks for the nightmare. I hate it. Yeah, I'm glad I could share. I'm just such a nice guy. I'm such a nice fucking guy. I like to share. And of course, Armstrong 3, thank you for the 10. Was watching Timcast IRL yesterday, and one of the topics was body positivity and obesity. Surprised to know that 70.3% of the U.S. population is overweight thanks to Whammons. Well, little known fact, 70.3% of the U.S. population is actually 90% of the U.S. population by weight. So, Hatch 450SX, thank you for the 2. I don't want a discount. I'd rather you make shekels. Well, in that case, I mean, all the regular tiers will still be available if you guys are feeling generous. If you want to make sure me and some toxic man baby end up getting more shekels. Oh, and Chinggis Khan, thank you for the 5. Yorji, my phone's about to die, so here's some more shekels for you. Oh, dude. Well, thank you that your phone's about to die and you used the last of your phone's life to throw shekels at me, man. Much appreciated. And Herr Dr. Nappy, thank you for the 2. Are you planning on making your own comic studio? I don't know if I'd call it a studio. I have no interest in having like a physical building, but if I do not want to plan too far ahead, because as much faith as I have in Blade Devil, as much as I love it, it hasn't proven itself yet. So I don't want to think too far ahead. But if I could be in a position like your boy Zach, where I'm putting out like 3 or 4 campaigns a year and basically maybe in some cases publishing other people's work, I'd be fine with that. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't want to make assumptions before I actually start. I actually see how this one does, Yeah, I don't want to end up like some of those morons out there. Like, oh, this is going to be the next big thing, and it sells, makes $500. Yeah, I don't want to. No, I mean that would be devastating, but I don't want to make plans yet. And Ouchalo, thank you for the 5. Nukes Taku is still flexing on my anime list. He said he was done with my anime list, and my anime list pulled him back. He also mentioned Hero Hey. Yeah, Hero Hey, my anime list mentioned him as well, so maybe that's why Nukes Taku was. I don't know. And Cameron Allen, thank you for the 2. How many issues do you plan for Blade Devil? Well, we plan on making, the first arc is 3 issues. And we're gonna do the 3 issues, so there's three chances to see if it'll catch on. And if whether or not there's any more, it'll all depend on how well these do, but we could keep it going for years. I actually have a set ending for this story, it's just a matter of reaching it. Cool. And Ryan Jacobson, thank you for the 2. Kenshiro versus Ashara, who'd win a soaring match? Yeah, it depends on who's on the home turf right there. Who's on the home turf? Taba Links, thank you for the 2. I prefer the wasteland of Desert Punk. Oh, Desert Punk was pretty fun. I mean, this place is a bit of a wasteland too. That's close enough. Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping this ends in an anime. Dude, me too. I would love to see a Blade Devil anime, but as I'm a broken record at this point because I keep saying animation is way out of reach for me. I have nothing required to make animation. I don't have the money to fund it. I don't have the time. I don't have the skills to do it myself. Like, nah. We'll have to, I mean, shit, if we could do like a $2-3 million crowdfunder like Nekopara did, oh, it could happen then. But Nekopara was already a huge visual novel property before that happened, though. So, yeah, I mean, if Blade Devil just is a huge hit like Nekopara was, I mean, anything's possible. But again, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. All right, Acid Blade 21, thank you for the 2. When does Blade Devil launch, and is it on Indiegogo? It launches this Sunday, March 1st. It will launch on Indiegogo. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go to Kickstarter unless I was forced to. Because they'll probably deplatform me like they did to Mike, even after he tried to leave Comicsgate. And was Hair Dr. Nappy, thank you for the 2. How much for Blade Devil hentai? Oh, there's hentai being made. Yeah, there's always going to be Rule 34. Yeah, Alex Halo, thank you for the 2. I think you missed Might Chat. Oh, you meant my chat, yeah. No, I didn't miss it. It was just taking me a while to get to it. Yeah, I just read it recently, so you're all good. Unless you sent me another one other than the Nuxtaku flexing on my anime list. And was it Busan 332211? Thank you for the $1. I sent you a message to share and enjoy your Twitter messages. I don't want to look at my Twitter messages, man. Because every time I look at those, it's probably drama. But I'm guessing yours isn't, so that's hopefully that's all good, man. Hopefully that's all good. All right, let me see. Is it gay porn again? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, so practicing calligraphy, huh? All right, let me... Well, if Twitter would not be a piece of shit, and just let me see it... Oh my god. Every time I click to open it, it just... Alright. That I should be able to show. So yeah, we got a little message from from a fellow boomer. Yeah. Oh, I guess I can't show. God damn it! It's gonna force me to download the image first. All right, not like that's a big deal. Okay. Oh, did I? Oh, thankfully, I had this pulled up in the correct location at least. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is a very important message, so I have to actually pull this up. Then it is of vital importance that everybody see this. Yeah, of vital importance. Okay, make sure I open it with the correct thing. There you go. Yeah. Leighton Chair in analog style. Yeah, that was me today. For fucking sure, that was me today. So well played there, well played. I was definitely very much Leighton Chair. Very much so. Alrighty. And you know what? Here you go. Let's stare at the dragon a little bit before I start laughing at some fucking college. Because I think all of these articles are from Current Year -1. Well, this is gonna be good, man. This good. Oh, Grimlord's Games Rants, thank you for the 2. Heard the new Demons and Wizards albums yet? Not yet. But now that you say it, if I remember, I'm going to have to check that out. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the world of college. Well, it looks like Chrome crashing. All right. So, Harvard professor believes 50% of colleges will go bankrupt in the next 10 to 15 years. Hey, chat, could you figure out why this is the case? Why would 50% of colleges go bankrupt in the next 10 to 15 years? This makes no sense. So, Harvard Business School professor Clayton Christensen is not optimistic about the future of higher indoctrination in the U.S. In a lecture posted in Extension Engine, the Cambridge resident makes a bold prediction on the topic. Yeah, he says 50% of the 4,000 colleges and universities in the U.S. will be bankrupt in 10 to 15 years. And the next two articles are going to get more into that. And the reason for this, highlighted in another article in Inside Higher Ed, is that Christensen believes that the business model of universities is fundamentally broken, as high operating costs mean a majority of students require scholarships. And now that the students are starting to realize it's not worth doing this anymore, you got some fucking problems. So the real challenge facing many colleges and universities at the moment is that their business model is fundamentally broken. Along with co-writer Michael Horn, the pair urges that the average first-year full-time student at a private college in current year -3 to -2 paid less than 50% of the sticker price of tuition, per the National Association of College and University Business Officers. This means that colleges and universities are only charging students half of what they need to operate. They don't need that to operate, that's the thing. They just have way too much bloat. They could cut the bloat and won't have any problems. So Christian and Horn argue that the student body that pays less than 65% of the price of tuition will be in financial danger. Fact is that the fact that it is 50% and less in many places will lead to disaster. Many colleges and universities are increasingly unable to bring in enough revenue to cover their costs. Well, you keep pushing social justice and activism over actually getting an education and landing a good job afterwards. What the fuck do you expect? Is anyone surprised by this? Yeah, did anyone not see this coming? In addition, alumni giving is down, especially since fewer recent graduates donate. 18% of private university alums donate to their alma maters. With public universities, the number is even lower at a dismal 5%. That's a tradition I never understood. I seriously never understood this. They already rape you up the fucking ass, charging you like $200,000 to get your underwater basket weaving degree. And if you happen to be one of the lucky ones that actually ends up getting a job and isn't broke and drowning in student debt for the next 50 years, why would you feel the urge to give them even more money? Never made sense to me. The pair also point out that according to Moody's, at least 25% of private colleges are currently running shortfalls. Even at public colleges during a bull market, costs have exceeded revenues for the past 3 years. Yeah, the bloat keeps rising, but attendance keeps falling, and this is what happens. So Moody's has also found that private college closures are currently twice the historic rate and likely to keep rising. In addition, college mergers have doubled in the past decade. Yeah, I mean, if you're about to fail, just merge with someone else who's failing. Yeah, did anyone not see this coming? That is right. And I believe that is it. That should be everything right there. Yeah, but what do you guys think, man? You think college is going to be just fine? You think they're going to do okay with all this fucking bullshit? You think it's going to be okay? I don't. I don't think it's going to be fine. I'm going to be pointing and fucking laughing. God damn, I got to watch the college I spawned from turn into a diploma mill, but thankfully that didn't happen until after I left. At least they had somewhat of a reputation, right at the time I was getting out of there. But if I had graduated a year or two later, holy fuck, I would have been unemployed. And with all that debt. So, yeah. Well, but then again, actually, I would have probably been okay just because I paid off my student loans like 6 months after graduating just because I was working full time while I was in the school. So it would have just taken me an extra few years maybe to pay off the last couple $1,000, I guess. But, I'm luckily I was able to actually land a job. Yeah, find your happy place. Man, I'm getting some interesting ads. But I know you'd rather look at a dragon, though. Lack of imagination, thank you for the 2. I could tell them why they're failing, but I won't get the satisfaction of watching them burn. Not like they'd listen anyway. Well, see, that's why if you know they're not going to listen anyway, you may as well tell them. Tell them exactly why they're failing, and then you get double the satisfaction when they ignore you and they proceed to fail in exactly the same way you said. And Devin Stark, thank you for the 5. Alumni donations started with getting a degree guaranteed to you. Well, started when getting a degree guaranteed you getting a 6-figure job. It made sense that you'd thank your school and support specific entries. That's true. I guess if this was before they just let anybody into college, and you actually had to be smart and or rich enough to make it in there. Yeah, I guess that's true. All colleges, I think, used to be like the Ivy League is now, where you're not really there to learn. You're there to network with rich and well-connected people. That's what it's for. Okay, and Tower Links, thank you for the 2. Alma Mater donations are donation tax credits. But still, I mean, I don't see the point of doing it, though. I mean, say you gave $5,000 to charity. I mean, you have a $5,000 donation that you could write off on your taxes. And all that means is the taxes you paid on that $5,000, you could get a refund on effectively. So if you paid a third of that, if you paid, almost $2,000 in taxes, you'd get that back. But if you just kept the $5,000, you'd have more. So yeah, that's you got to have some. You got to be able to afford some really really fucking high tier lawyers to figure out a way to actually profit off of. Oh, speaking of taxes, though, so now that Michael Bloomberg is trying to run against Trump, now Trump's net worth is something like $3 to $4 billion. Bloomberg's is over $60 billion. Do you think the Democrats are going to be demanding Bloomberg releases his tax returns? Something tells me I'm not going to live to see that, yeah. They are not going to demand he release his taxes at all. I'm calling it right now. Okay. And Eva Unit 02, thank you for the $1. I'm watching uncut subbed 90s Sailor Moon at the moment, and it's way better than most Hollywood trash. That's true. Even the filler like the Makai Tree arc is good. In what order do you rate the 5 inner senshi? Makoto Jupiter said in one episode that she has the biggest boobs. Now, I actually think my favorite out of all of them would probably be Sailor Venus, just because she literally uses anal beads as a weapon. I mean, that is pretty fucking gangster right there. I'm surprised they let that shit fly. I mean, anal beads as a weapon. I mean, you could say it's like, well, technically, it wasn't anal. That was fucking anal beads, man. That was fucking anal beads. I don't care what anyone says. That was pretty cool. So then afterwards, I guess, probably Mars. Yeah, she's probably my second favorite. Yeah. Oh, why are we typing LP? Okay, so we got a new art piece out. I'm just gonna pull this up right here. Actually, we could. You guys saw the page. Now you can see. Oh, right, rushing so much for the Sunday release, I'm starting to sweat. Yeah, wait a second, that's not sweat. Yeah. Oh, we know why Toxic Man Baby was. We know what he was doing. Yeah, and it's not sweating. That's right. Yeah, it's not sweat in your pants. I can guarantee you right there. All right. So let me see. Where was I? Oh, I gotta catch them all. Yeah. Yeah. Although I would say out of all the Sailor Scouts, I actually think Saturn is my favorite, though. There is that. Okay, and Busan 32211, thank you another 2. What is your preferred way to send you, was it fan art? Well, usually if you just post it on Twitter and tag me in it, just so I can retweet it, so you can see, so everyone can see whose it is. You could actually give more attention yourself that way. And Chimera, hey, thank you for the 2. Check out Grayscale by Michael Derrick. Hail RGE. Well, hail Chimera. I'm going to be having him on tomorrow. So there is that. We will be talking some Grayscale tomorrow. Yeah, so definitely, if you guys I know not all of you show up to the was it the anything but the Monday, Wednesday, Friday streams, but yeah, tomorrow at 1 hour later than usual, I'm gonna be streaming with Michael Derrick there for not Chimera, Grayscale. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, cherry syrup. Yes. Yep. So, man, if you guys want to see more of this, you know what you got to do, man. You know it. You just gotta go get back yourself some Blade Devil when it launches next week, Sunday. Was it 2? Yeah, I'm trying to use Eastern time but yeah, was it 2 p.m. Eastern? Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern next week. Make sure you don't forget. Oh, Renfremus lost her shit about... What the fuck was she losing her shit about Grayscale for? That just makes no goddamn sense. Why? What is... I mean, I saw Grayscale. There was nothing too... Oh, man, they are definitely going to lose their shit about Blade Devil then. If they completely flipped out over Grayscale, whoo boy... Yeah, when Blade Devil launches, we're just going to give you some more of this. Oh, that's going to be great. That is, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. 1 week away, man. I'm sorry. I'm just so hyped for it. I can't contain myself. And Jesse, thank you for the $1. So I got vibe checked at work by a steel beam and knocked down to the ground. Thankfully, didn't lose consciousness. The good thing is I finally got given that sexy nurse's number by my coworker as well. Well, hopefully, hopefully you still have all your vital bits so you can take advantage of it if things end up going well, because that is kind of necessary. And Devin Stark, thank you for the 2. Saturn's Moe, but it's Rei and Makoto are waifu material. Yeah. Oh man, Renfremus is reeing about it. Like, that's right. Even if she has me blocked. It doesn't matter because I can just pull it up. I can pull it up because I'm not signed in. Some replies were hit. Who the fuck uses this feature? I don't even know how to do it. This page from a Comicsgate book looks like a Ben Garrison cartoon that is somehow fatter and hornier than normal Ben Garrison cartoons. Oh, that's why. Yeah, it's because the pasty. Yeah, paying for milkshakes is system. Oh, this dude. So if you guys were on the fence about supporting Grayscale, yeah, paying for milkshakes is systemic oppression. Free the milkshakes and nipples too. Yeah, making fun of that Comicsgate. The whole make mine milkshake situation. Yeah, make mine soy milkshake. Yeah, the future is soy milkshake. Yeah, with the mental illness haircut. Now, I guess the only problem I have here is. Some of these women actually look hot, though. I don't believe that they'd actually be feminists. Like, that's just weird. That is just weird. So, yeah, man, this is going to look... We're going to have an awesome stream tomorrow when Michael comes on, because that's going to be funny. Oh, God. All right. Let's get back to laughing at college, because we have to. The other college debt crisis. Schools are going broke. This was that first one was in May. This one's in December. So a couple months later. As many as 1 in 5 small private colleges is facing serious financial stress. Well, maybe if they offered actual useful degrees that guaranteed jobs, enrollments are declining, particularly in the Northeast and Midwest, due to changing demographics, tuition price wars, and greater emphasis on career training. Yeah, even the employers are starting to realize, we tried hiring some college students, but they were just worthless activists that tried to sue us and file petitions against us while they were still interns. So you know what? Fuck that. Schools that have survived are making tough choices, including mergers, curriculum changes, and budget cuts. Yeah, imagine that. They have to trim the fucking bloat. So there are few options for students and parents to check out a school's financial condition. I'll tell you what you need to do. Look at all of the degree fields that school offers and how many of them are actual useful stuff. If the amount of useful degree fields vastly outnumbers the fluff, the school's probably fine. But if it's a school that's all grievance studies, of course it's going to be fucking failing. So Hiram, not Haram, Hiram, Ohio. Small private liberal... See, there it is. There it is. Small private liberal arts colleges. There's the reason they're failing. The schools that actually teach you useful shit are just fine. It's just the useless ones, the ones with the useless degrees. Those are the only ones. So a staple of American academia since before the founding of the Republic are colliding with new realities, including changing demographics, ever-increasing demand for technical skills, and competition with bigger and richer schools. The result, in many cases, is not pretty. Well, just like, what do you think about the result of teaching kids useless shit? Now, I will reiterate what I've said before, that if you're already financially stable and you want to go to a liberal arts college just to study something you're interested in, be my guest. But what they're trying to sell to these students is, oh, if you get this degree in feminist dance therapy, you can make 6 figures. That'd be like saying, hey, if you play the lottery, you can win 500 million. The Moody's Investor Services estimates that 1 in 5 small private colleges faces fundamental stress due to declining revenue, raising expenses, and little pricing power when it comes to tuition. You're gonna cry about that, huh? The same institutions that as soon as the government started guaranteeing student loans, they just rubbed their hands together like the happy merchant. Ooh, yeah, now if the government's guaranteeing loans, we can literally charge whatever we want. And they just kept jacking up the cost. Now they're crying that they can't, huh? So analyst projects 15 of the colleges will have closed in current year -1, the largest number in recent memory, and 3 times the rate just 10 years ago. Well, you get what you deserve, right? Joker called it. Listen to the Joker. So as the trend the trend shows no sign of letting up. It's here to stay, Moody's Associate Managing Director Susan Fitzgerald said in an interview. I think we see the higher indoctrination sector is in a period of real transformation in terms of how students learn and where they learn. And also because you started focusing more on churning out brain-dead NPC activists than you did actually teaching people how to function correctly in society. And kids and their parents are seeing this. We see normal-ass, well-adjusted people go into college, and what comes out is... I mean, just look at your average Antifa rally. Yeah. People are leaving college dumber than when they went in. Of course, no one wants to go to college anymore. So the closures are concentrated in the Northeast and Midwest, Fitzgerald said, where the demographic pressures, including an aging population, are the highest. No, it's just nobody wants to do this shit. They include Green Mountain College in Vermont, which closed at the end of the spring semester after 185 years. This spring also marked the end of Newberry College in Brookline, Massachusetts, which announced last December it would be closing after 57 years. It is no secret that weighty financial challenges are pressing on liberal arts colleges throughout the country. Newberry College is no exception. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're not publicly funded, if you can't rely on the government just stealing other people's money and giving it to you, just against their will, you don't want to pay for this college? Fine, we'll just take your money and give it to them. If you can't rely on that, of course you're going to fucking fail unless you're competitive in the free market. That's just how it works. How it always worked. Also in Massachusetts, Mount Ida College abruptly closed in current year -2, sending nearly 1,500 students scrambling for alternatives and helping spark a Massachusetts law enacted this year requiring state indoctrination authorities to screen private institutions for financial issues. Man, could you imagine if the government couldn't just get away with taking more money from people against their will to fund all of their failures and they actually had to be accountable? That would be the day. Schools that have survived the shakeout are being forced to look at sweeping and sometimes difficult changes in order to stay afloat. Yeah, you got to trim the bloat. You don't need that many administrators. While still trying to hold on to the intimate, personalized approach that attracts thousands of students to schools every year, many schools are merging, establishing partnerships, and making sometimes wrenching budget cuts. Yeah, they're making budget cuts to all the actual things that the students could use. The things that get students to pick your college over all the others, that's what's being cut. Not the useless administrators, not the bloat. Fuck no. We're going to cut the stuff actually making us the money to keep the bloat around. As soon as the bloat takes over like that, that's how it fucking works, man. So rethinking liberal farts. At Hiram College, a 169-year-old school of about 1,000 full-time students 40 miles outside of Cleveland, President Lori Varlotta knew as soon as she arrived on campus in current T-6 that the institution needed some updating. And what do? Now, I knew that small colleges like Hiram need to be thinking about change. Varlotta, who was previously an administrator at California State University, that's not going to end well. You do not want to go to a Californian for help digging yourself out of debt. So I figured the changes would be marginal. But around the same time, she said the school needed to refinance its long-term debt, and lenders are not looking kindly on the old liberal arts model because they know that people are not doing that shit anymore. The result was a top-to-bottom makeover of the school's curriculum and its overall approach, but they didn't cut any of the bloat, did they? If you don't cut any of the bloat, I don't want to see you fucking bitching about it. That's it. So gone were majors seen as stodgy or less aligned with career path. Okay, so they did one good choice, yeah, including religion, art, history, and music. In their place are programs in sports management, international studies, and crime, law, and justice. Well, the last one I could see could maybe on an uptick. Yeah. There's a new emphasis on technology, and all students are required to complete an internship, a study away trip, or a research project in order to graduate. Hey, the college has dubbed its approach the new liberal arts and trademarked the term. Oh, okay. Yeah, of course, they wasted money on a trademark, too. All right. We've added new majors to our conventional liberal arts programs, majors that we call market-driven majors that pave a very concrete pathway to various types of 21st century careers. Wow, I take back what I said earlier. That was at least this. I don't know what else they changed, but these were good choices. That was good. So the school points to students like sophomore creative writing major Yediah Box, who is also minoring in film studies. She sees the program as a path to a career in media, but without the impersonal nature of a large school. I can't even imagine me at a public school. I'm sure I would still excel, but I wouldn't have the same college feel. I feel at home in here. Yeah, it's a home. Yeah, that's what it is. So Jeffrey Robb, a sophomore majoring in political science and international studies, said Hiram still feels like a small liberal arts school he signed up for. Well, we'll see what happens when you get out, if you could actually get a job. It's very emphasis heavy on things like the humanities, English, philosophy, stuff like that you should have to kind of understand the world around you. Now, this is just funny. These colleges are cranking out useless parasites that don't understand anything about the real world, and they legitimately believe, we need this indoctrination to understand the world around us. No. So the school also lowered its published tuition rate this year to $24,500 from $37,710. But at the same time, it eliminated some financial assistance programs, replacing them with the option of 2 free summer classes each year. The idea was to cut back on some of the tuition discounting that typically erodes small colleges' pricing power. Hiram did manage to get its refinancing, a $25 million tax-exempt bond offered in current year -6 at what Varlotta said are favorable terms. But the changes did not come without some pain. The college eliminated more than 20% of its faculty, 6 positions immediately due to the change, 12 more later through attrition. And how much of administration, though? You need faculty, but you could do without most of the administration. And the administrators get paid way more, too. But Varlotta said the changes ultimately put the school back on solid footing. Now, I've seen that happen before, too. I've seen a company do like a 90% layoff, and then they were actually profitable afterwards. So it was done in a methodical and deliberate way that served us well and has positioned the campus from a financial perspective in a healthy way for the future. We'll see. The sweeping changes among small private colleges are yet another source of stress for thousands of high school seniors who are in the thick of the application season for the current year to current year plus one academic year. Will the college of their choice be around long enough to grant them a degree? Well, that's why you got to rely on credits transferring over. So Moody's Fitzgerald says many schools have been less than forthcoming about their finances until it's too late. Yeah, kind of like what DC is doing right now. It's like, oh, don't listen to them, guys. Don't listen to the fear-mongering. Everything's fine. We're not going to get shut down by AT&T. So most colleges operate as long as they can, which is true. That they can make the most money out of you that way. What typically causes them to close is that they run out of cash. It's like any other business with a liquidity problem, and therefore the closures are not always orderly. Mount Ida College in Massachusetts announced it's closing in April 6th of current year -2, just weeks before the end of the academic year. Yeah, just one day. Oh yeah, we're closed, by the way. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine if you were a student and you're showing up to class and you just see a sign on the door like, oh, sorry, we're closed. So the new law in Massachusetts requires the state's Board of Higher Indoctrination to develop procedures for screening private colleges in the state. College trustees will get new training to recognize financial problems, and the public will be notified of institutions that are at risk. Well, why don't you just give them the same the same free money, quote unquote, that you give your public schools? Every time a public school is failing, they're just, let's just increase the taxes on people or redirect money from some slush fund. And yeah, let's just give them some public money. Now, the type of information can be difficult to come by, particularly when it comes to small private schools where there are no standard requirements to disclose their finances. Colleges are also wary about releasing information that might discourage students from applying, exacerbating their declining enrollment. And yet these colleges have no problems churning out activists instead of well-adjusted individuals. They got no problems letting outrage mobs run the campus. You think that may have an effect on this? The president of the Association of Independent Colleges and Universities in Massachusetts, which represents 57 schools, was critical of the law as it worked its way through the legislature last spring. We should also be vigilant to avoid regulatory overreach that could inadvertently lead to more college closings. Nothing of value will be lost. A Moody's analysis of the new law said the legislation could increase the regulatory burden on the schools, but on balance, it should be positive for colleges' creditworthiness if it smooths the closing process. Maybe. Yeah, if they're forced to close, do a more structured going out of business type thing. So there really isn't a lot of easily available financial transparency into some of these schools. Yeah, it almost feels like the government. Verlotta encourages students and parents to ask about a school's financial condition. Is the college able to pay its debt? Is it in a good relationship with its bank? Has the college received a clean bill of health from its accreditors? Regional accreditors do monitor by the institution's finances, she said. Verlotta said she was happy to be transparent about her own finances, but she acknowledges that students and parents rarely ask those kinds of questions. Of course not. Nobody cares. They're just always going to be around. That's how it works. That's how it goes, man. Fuck, man. I really cannot wait to launch Blade Devil. I really can't. This is going to be so good. Yeah, DC, death by communism. Oh, yeah. Now, that could be, the rumors are swirling that that's the reason that Dan DiDio was fired, basically, was because this whole 5G thing, it was his idea mostly, wasn't it? And everyone, like all the editors started quitting. Like they know that, if you're literally going to bet the future of the company on this woke garbage, this is the make or break. If this woke garbage doesn't succeed, the company's going out of business. I'm just going to fucking quit right now and save myself the trouble of just having a surprise pink slip one day. I'd rather just start looking for a new job early. If I can tell that this place is going to be dead in the next couple of months, I'm going to get a couple month head start on looking for a damn job. Because that's how we roll. Oh, yeah, and then there's Toxic Mamby still working on this pick, by the way. Yep. I was sure to point that out in my own twat earlier, that even what looks like a finished page, everything is still a work in progress. Up until we finally deliver, there can be changes. And don't worry, we're not going to pull a blizzard. Holy shit. You guys seen exactly how bad they fucked up Warcraft 3 Refunded? You guys seen that shit? Man, they the alpha and beta versions of the game were actually better than what they put out. How does that even happen? That would be like us making Blade Devil like this all the way through. We do stuff like this. It's all paid for. It's all done. It's already fucking there. All of this is done. And then we decide right before release, let's just make this Tumblr style instead. Let's just make this CalArts. Let's throw out all the perfectly good functioning stuff we have and just say, you know what? Let's go with Tumblr. Now, that's effectively what Warcraft Refunded was. All right, and TimeLink, hey, thank you for the 5. You were right about colleges being an expensive daycare. At my college, there's a girl who wears a dragon pajama onesie and everyone acts like it's normal. Well, that's what they're trying to do, actually. Shit. Yeah, I've seen some furries do this. Like, they try to normalize just wearing their fursuit 24/7. I should be able to go into a job interview in a fursuit and not be looked down on. And I'm just... No, it doesn't work that way. I don't care what you do on your own, but you can't expect all of the rest of society to just accept your quirks and your kinks, all right? Ah, shit, man. See, Toxic Man, dude, you just keep leaking everything, don't you? Blade Devil Mobile Only Edition, damn it. Now everybody knows. But luckily, you guys have phones, right? Don't you guys have phones? Yeah, you could be just fine without a physical book or anything on PC. Everybody's got a phone, right? Yeah. This is totally not an out-of-season April Fool's joke. Oh, shit. Now that I think about it, maybe it would have been funnier to launch on April 1st. And then maybe everyone would have been able to think that. It's like, yeah, this is all a joke, yeah. There's no way they're going to release this. Man, this... Oh boy, well, we're in for some interesting times. But yeah, I can't fucking wait till we actually do this. We actually put this out. Okay, rando number 9, thank you for the 5. Tell Renfremus to seethe, cope, and dilate. Well, I'm not going to tell Renfremus anything because Renfremus has me blocked. So, it's not going to happen, and I don't really care. The only value Renfremus has in society is serving as free advertising for people like us. That's it. And DeWalt, thank you for the 2. Moldy locks before picture after picture. Oh, before picture and after. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what it's like with college. Maybe I could pull that up. Maybe I could. Yeah, that is because before she went to college and became a feminist Antifa nut job, she was actually a good-looking woman. Man. Oh yeah, this is how it is, man. This is how it is. Yeah. Yeah, she was a pretty good-looking woman, and then feminism. So, doesn't shave her pits anymore. She just gets dreadlocks, so she doesn't have to wash her hair. Yeah, this is what happens when you send your perfectly normal kids to college. Yeah, they come out horrible like this. That's it. That's fucking it, man. That was a good call, man. That's right. This is before college. The left is before college. The right is after college. And TimeLink, thank you for the 5. Oh, sorry, I read that one. Yeah, the college is being adult daycare. Cool. And Chengiz Khan, thank you for the 5. Got my phone charger now, and here's $5. Did I miss anything? Oh, yeah, just laughing at college. But if it makes you feel any better, we're not done yet. There's still more college to laugh at. So the surreal end of an American college. Small schools across the U.S. are facing budget shortfalls and low enrollment, leading some to shut down in the middle of students' higher indoctrination experience. Uh-oh. Like most other colleges across the country, Newberry College, a small private liberal arts school in Brookline, Massachusetts, held classes through the end of this past spring semester. Does that name sound familiar? Does this name sound familiar to anybody? It's almost as if I covered this before. Yeah, it was mentioned earlier, wasn't it? Yeah. All right, so then bid farewell to a cap and gown wearing seniors. But unlike almost every other college, those classes and that farewell were the school's last. Newbury officially ceased operations at the end of May. Well, should have let go a few administrators, One of the first sources to publicly confirm the long-rumored closure was the president's blog, where the news was shared last December. It's with a heavy heart that the school's president, Joseph Chilo, wrote, that I announce our intention to commence the closing of Newbury College, this institution we love so dearly. After that announcement, which was also blasted out in an email, about 25% of the student body decided not even come back to campus for the spring semester. Yeah, that's right. You'll be better off spending that time trying to find another school to transfer to. But for the students who did, as well as their professors who stuck around, life on campus had already flatlined by the time they returned in January. As the light pink blossoms began to sprout from the campus's weeping cherry trees, Newbury's nearly 8 acres of Georgian-style buildings felt like a shadow of the school it had been just a few months prior, where it was operating on debt it couldn't maintain. Yeah, that's right. It was no longer the college that Deborah Mail, an English professor who taught at the institution for most of its existence, remembered. The benches were her now adult daughters had sat as kids remained empty, as did the dorms where they had relished the opportunity to hang out with the older girls. I mean, this is what happens when you don't provide something the market wants. The dining hall, typically so crowded during peak lunch hours that, I don't know, I don't think we need to go through the reminiscing. But it gets important here. Classroom attendance was abysmal. Enrollment plummeted from a little more than 600 before the closure announced to almost half that by the end of the semester. It hasn't been much of a dwindling. Yeah. It's pretty much just been a drop-off. That's what happens. Could anything have been done to prevent this ending? Yeah, don't get into massive fucking debt. Don't grow so much bloat you can't maintain it. You don't need that many fucking administrators. Focus more on degree fields that actually will get people jobs, and less on feminist dance therapy. There's a lot of things that could have been done. A lot of fucking things. Like, yes, we should have been doing online. That too. Yeah, yes, we should have been developing a graduate program. I don't think that matters if you had nothing good. Fundamentally, though, Chio continued, there was no money for that investment. Yeah, because you had to keep paying the administrators their 6-figure salaries. So many students and faculty described the news of the 57-year-old college's closure as simultaneously shocking and predictable, a dissonance that few had the words to describe. I think I sensed it was coming, but I never connected the dots. Yeah, I've been there before too, actually. I've been in that situation. Yeah, where, actually, at one of the jobs I got laid off at, they did a pretty good job tricking us into thinking that things were actually improving, and then just, hey, surprise, you're all laid off now. Oh, that's nice. Luckily, after my first layoff, I always assume it can happen at any moment. You got to be prepared. So in many ways, a college's closure plays out like a business liquidation. The employees get their severance packages, the property goes on the market, the customers are told to move on. Yup. But students and faculty suggested that a college closure cuts even deeper. The raw pain and the stakes involved in such a shutdown are compounded by the fact that Newbury was also home. No, it's not! Quit saying that. It's just a place to get your fucking degree so you could get a career. Don't treat it as anything else. This won't be a problem. And Newbury welcomed many of its students when few other schools would. Compared with the nearby private liberal arts institutions, Newbury students were more likely to be poor, identify as people of color, and or have parents who did not attend college themselves. Now, none of this is an issue anymore, thanks to the government guaranteeing student loans. This literally is a non-issue. The government will give anybody a student loan for any fucking college for any degree. So now, 70% of Newbury's undergrads were, according to Chio, first-generation college students. For this reason, the closure feels personal, more like a breakup than a liquidation. Well, see, if they've already have a few credits from your school, they can use those to transfer into another one. It's like what the advice that a lot of people get when they have a GED. Like, no, what if I only have a GED? Can I even get into a decent college? You can eventually. Go to a regular ass like community college for your first year or two, get all your gen ed garbage out of the way, and then once you have a like 4.0 GPA, once you already have some associate's degree or something from the community college, then you move into the one you really want. And that'll save you money too, getting all that gen ed shit out of the way at a community college instead of at the much more expensive college. Yeah. The shuddering is for some a proxy of their sense of self-worth. Ooh, that's just setting yourself up for failure. Yeah, students I spoke with described a grieving process after hearing news that went from shock to panic, curiosity to nostalgia, heartbreak to acceptance. Stefan, who's from the Denver area and had finished. Really? Her? Okay. And finished her finals early last December, was on a cruise celebrating her 21st birthday when news of the closure broke, oblivious due to her lack of reception. Upon returning to shore, the phone lit up with texts from her friends and bosses. Stefan, who had held a host of roles on campus during her 3 years at Newberry, an athlete on 3 sports teams, an RA, as a work-study employee in admissions, to name a few, started applying to other colleges as soon as she got home. Yeah, at least she did the smart thing. She proceeded to spend her entire winter break obsessing and often crying over her next steps. Every day I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Newberry was my home away from home. If this is how you react to your college closing, how do you think this girl is going to react when she gets laid off? How do you think she's going to react to that? Now that's really going to be a hit. You should open the Soggy Knees College. Jesus Christ. No, I wouldn't even fucking want to do that. Hell no. And plus, you know, what could I do then? I could do like was the Jake Paul thing, right? And just have some online classes that are a very obvious fucking scam. And then say, hey, I'll just tell you to be an Uber driver. Yeah, that's how you can set yourself free. Now, I'm not ripping on Uber drivers. Uber is a great way to make some extra shekels, but giving someone that as career advice, really weird. So, as tends to be the case with unanticipated breakups, students and faculty acknowledge that, in retrospect, there were obvious signs that a demise was long in the making. Yeah, hindsight's 20/20, isn't it? Among the most obvious, the revelation last summer that New England's college accrediting agency had put the school on probation for its failure to fulfill certain financial criteria. But many of the students who do recall picking up on the school's deterioration likely relegated those observations to the back burner as they focused on papers and projects, Pell Grant applications, and part-time jobs. That's no excuse. I was working full-time when I was in college, and I still picked up that it was on the decline. That's why I started taking extra classes as well each quarter, so I can make sure to get my degree before the school's reputation went to shit. Yeah, RGE College Lesson 1 waifus. Yeah, no, that would be actually a very useful business class right there. Looking into Project Melody and how she became so successful. Now, that's some valuable lessons right there, man. So, plus during Newberry's final chapter, the school almost seemed to be in its prime, reminiscent of its heyday in the 80s when it was the largest 2-year post-secondary institution in the United States. Oh, it almost seems like a parallel to the comic industry, huh? Yeah, remember back in the day when comics was actually, popular, when it was actually good? Maybe comics can become popular and sell well again if they actually looked like this instead of, what they give us. Newberry owed its one-time glory to a relatively obscure entrepreneur named Ed Tassinari, who in the early 1960s had founded Newberry in Boston's fashionable Black Bay neighborhood, branding it as a business-oriented school. Yeah, it was a business-oriented school, which is why it rocketed to the top. And then they decided, let's make it liberal arts now. That's what happens. So Tassinari over the years rejigged that model, including converting the school to a 4-year institution, and established Newberry, both the main campus and a series of satellite campuses that he subsequently acquired, as a pipeline to jobs throughout the Boston region. And then somehow, they deviated from that path. In recent years, the school had experienced its NCAA Division III offerings. A brand new men's lacrosse program announced in current year -3 had been slated to launch this past spring. With the head coach appointed last year, many of its existing teams have been getting better and better, some making it to the New England Conference Championships. But why are you talking about sports when this is a college? Yeah, so this past school year's freshman class was one of Newberry's largest, too. The college had to hire more resident staff and rent land from a nearby college to accommodate the growth. Art exhibits, club posters, even flyers covered the new student center's walls. On his blog, Chio touted Newberry's new degrees, study abroad programs, business partnerships, and construction projects. And then you wonder why you went broke. So yeah, let's build another dorm. Let's build another stadium. Let's build another fucking hall. Yeah, sure. What could go wrong? They must have seen how much debt they were in. Bootynomics. I would teach that too. Oh, Dead or Alive 6 wants to die so bad. Yes, they do. I'm going to get to that soon. So which is in large part why the closure announcement blindsided students. When I got the email, I was like, what is happening? Said Humphreys, the recent grad. Oh, they're using last names. That's why Stefan was okay. When I sent it to my friends in a group chat, everybody was like, what the heck? Like, how? What is even going on? We are all just so confused. Stefan felt similarly. We were literally having our best year, she said. It was just on the up and up, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. Looking back, higher education experts, including Chio, said the schools first started having troubles when it began granting bachelor's degrees. It couldn't compete in a market already saturated with four-year colleges. The greater Boston area alone is home to more than 50 such institutions. Ouch. According to one analysis of the Metropolitan's core and neighboring cities and towns. So national trends, too, signaled a coming reckoning. In current year -9, just a few years after the economy tanked, the writer Clayton Christensen, does that sound familiar? Yeah, a Harvard professor of business administration known for his advocacy of disruptive innovation declared that in his then new book that the rise of online education would destroy half the country's colleges and universities by about current year +10. I hope it happens sooner. I really do. Man, that would be good. Yeah, let's add Kuro Inu in the history class. No. We would add Kuro Inu as a future history class. You keep treating men like shit, this is how the world's going to end up. If this is what you want, keep going. So after a slight uptick, the total did start to decline. At the peak in current year, -7 to -6, the U.S. was home to 3,122 four-year colleges, according to Indoctrination Department's data. 4 years later, the number had dropped by 7% to 2,902. And it's just going to keep falling, man. You're going to keep falling. To be sure, the majority of those shuttered schools were for-profit colleges. Yeah, that's because they couldn't rely on just taxing people more. They couldn't take money from people against their will to stay afloat. So, of course, most of the shuttered schools are for-profit colleges. Yeah, a model whose underwhelming outcomes and questionable student recruitment tactics garnered public scrutiny and government regulation. But recently, as people like Barbara Brittingham of the New England Commission for Higher Indoctrination noted, certain regions have witnessed this trend encroach on nonprofit colleges in noticeable ways. In some places, such as Vermont, it felt as if small private institutions are toppling one after another. Southern Vermont College, Green Mountain College, and the College of St. Joseph all announced closure plans within a few months of one another. Wah, wah, play some small violins. At the same time, the country's colleges and universities have experienced a pronounced increase in the number of freshman applications received. In the past 15 or so years, a trend that reflected in the U.S. undergraduate population's dramatic growth. And that is why nobody's getting jobs anymore. Yeah, because college is the new high school. Everybody's doing it. When it used to be just very few people went to college and got a bachelor's degree, bachelor's degrees were worth something. But now everybody has a fucking bachelor's degree. Some people have multiples. When everybody has a bachelor's degree, bachelor's degrees aren't worth shit. All right, so a trend reflecting the U.S. undergraduate population's dramatic growth. All right, so from 16.7 million in current year minus 24 to 20 million in current year minus 4. Wow. The reason for this makes sense. Personal success in the modern economy, research suggests, is more incumbent than ever on whether one has a college degree because it's like high school. But that's changing, so don't worry. Yet selective colleges and universities, those that accept fewer than half of prospective students, have enjoyed a disproportionate share of that growth, receiving close to 2 out of every 5 applications, despite accounting for fewer than a fifth of the country's higher indoctrination institutions. Well, yeah, maybe because their degrees are actually worth something, you know? If they actually have a filtering process. That's right. What's more, the number of applications doesn't correlate with the number of students. The number of applications per high schooler has soared in part thanks to the Common App, which makes applying to additional schools much easier. Now, the limiting factor when I was applying for colleges was that most of these schools have a $50 plus application fee. So just to apply to the fucking school, you have to give them money. And then they expect us to feel sorry for them when they misappropriate that money and go broke. Yeah. In fact, a gradual downturn in U.S. birth rates has led to a decrease in the country's current high school population, which remains four-year college's primary source of students. Oh yeah, and it's going to stay that way, because only they'd be dumb enough to go there. Okay, we're going to have to start skipping some of these. Wow, this is a long one, isn't it? Holy shit. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to abridge some of this crap. I think everyone gets the point right now. Yeah. Oh, yep. No, prestige is keeping some schools alive. But as I mentioned earlier, if we're talking about something like the Ivy League, you don't go there for an education. You go there for networking. You meet rich and well-connected people. That's why you go to Ivy League schools. You don't go there to learn shit. You, in fact, will probably learn exactly that. Shit. Oh, what's this? Small, less selective liberal arts institutions that tend to draw primarily from their local populations? Oh, those are the ones most at risk. Exactly. Oh, revoking accreditations. Yep. Closures and mergers are nothing new. That's true. Oh yeah, now some of the conditions contributing to this perfect storm, all right, are of the institution's own making, such as their exorbitant sticker price, close to $37,000 on average nationally, which is about the same as Newberry's tuition and fees, including housing and other costs. Their lackluster indoctrination outcomes, like low graduation rates and gainful employment results, and a resistance to change on the part of faculty and administrative officials. Yeah, not doing online. But most at-risk colleges do seek to remedy their problem. It's just that they do so too late. Yeah, it's just like get woke, go broke. By the time the people in charge finally get their heads out of their fucking asses and they realize that it was a mistake, it's too late because all their fans already left. And nobody wants to come back now that they know you're just going to fucking stab them in the back again. Who the fuck would trust you? Fucking nobody, that's who. All right, so trade-offs are inevitable, which may lead to unintended consequences. Yeah, roll back financial aid, stop providing need-blind admissions. Yeah, creative programs such as online courses or time-consuming course enhancements. Yeah, a race to the bottom. Yeah, that's college in a nutshell. All right, what's this? So several students attended Newberry because of financial aid, which they took away. Oh, God. So I used to work in a college, and financial aid, unless you're getting grants or scholarships or something, they lumped loans under the financial aid umbrella. They called loans financial aid. And that tricked so many of these kids. They were spending that fucking money as if they weren't going to have to pay it back later. Like maybe buying Xboxes with it, in the case of one guy I know. Yeah, some higher indoctrination experts describe the country's post-secondary landscape as a sort of Darwinian ecosystem in which the weak institution's inevitable failure strengthens the structure that remains. And I agree. When you have a market, you have to compete. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So Chio said he had an epiphany in his first day as Newbury's fifth and final president back in current year -6. He already served in various capacities at the school since current year -12, including as its dean of admissions and at a handful of other small private colleges. Okay. As someone who'd spent his whole career in higher indoctrination, Chio understood and appreciated that every higher indoctrination institution has its beauty marks and warts. And sometimes they overgrow the whole thing. Yeah, he's right. Oh, so what is this? So they could go in two directions. One, we blow the heck out of this, rebuild and retool the institution. Okay. So two, if we can't blow this up and make the institution move, we have to figure out a way to close it. Well, it looks like you chose number 2. We know who number 2 worked for this time around. Yeah, it was Jekyll and Hyde. Now imagine actually coming into power in a company like this. That you just get handed the reins right as it's on the decline. So the person ahead of you, or the person, your predecessor, the one who came before you, they ran this place into the ground, but you're going to be the one holding the sack. Man, that's just terrible. That is fucking terrible. Okay, so, what was that? The hardest part was when he sat down and wrote the announcement? I guess. Oh, what was that? In high school back in Colorado, Stefan was shy, socially anxious, unsure of herself. Oh, but the college apparently made it better. Aw, a nice silver lining right there. Yeah. Okay, so apparently some of them aren't. Others. Let's see what other colleges are doing. Oh, Hiram College. That sounds familiar. Yeah. The New Liberal Arts and Tech and Trek. Okay, they seem to be doing okay. Delaware Valley University includes a strategic plan, revenue driving programs such as summer camps and classes for retired people. That's right. Just expands to another audience that's not just high schoolers. I mean, that is true. There's not a shortage of older people who need education so they can stay competitive. Continuing education is a thing. Yeah, still in the years ahead, many will fall. Students will have to say goodbye to the places where they want to become adults. And if you're in college, you should be a fucking adult already. I'm sorry. Yeah, I never got the whole, you go to college and blow money not knowing what you're doing until you find yourself. Nuh-uh. You should know what you want to do before you go there. Jesus. So that's what's going on there. So let's stare at some dragon plot and backstory. Some side plot and some backstory right there. Man, Ikaruga does make a good dragon, though. I gotta say, imagination, thank you for the 2. I love college. I love drinking. I love the concrete. In a box on the street. Oh, God, so many people waste their college years just partying. I'm not saying you should be miserable, but if all you do is party and you don't actually learn shit and then you get ass launched into the real world with no actual skills, you got no one to blame but yourself. And News for All Pater, thank you for the 5. To be fair, the college is probably about as close to a home as these NPCs have ever had. Daycare while both parents worked, after-school programs, etc. Their family house was never a home, sadly. Really. No, I agree with you, man. And then after high school, they get kicked into the adult daycare known as college. That's right. A lot of them, yeah, they just came from shitty circumstances. That is true. Cool. Alex Halo, thank you for the 2. You don't see otaku walking everywhere in cosplay. Yeah, that was the rip when I said that there's a subset of furries that want to walk everywhere in their fursuits and not have people treat them like weirdos. And that would be like me wearing my fucking Naruto headband and pretending to be a ninja all day. That you can't treat me like I'm weird just because I'm weird. Forever229, thank you for the 2. Whatever happened to Ren from Mrs. Failed comic? Well, she never did her own. She just had a short piece of Deadbeats. And I don't know. I think last I heard, this was a comic, by the way. 40 plus industry professionals' names were on it, and they couldn't make more than $35,000. I don't know how much they've made selling this since the book, since the crowdfunder, because I'm quite I think they do still sell the book on demand. So there is that, and there's no way I can see those numbers, but I'm guessing it's not good. If it was good, they'd fucking show you the numbers. Like, dude, I'm telling you right the fuck now, if we made like $1 million off of Blade Devil, I wouldn't let them hear the end of it. I'd be bragging about that shit. Like, fuck yeah, guys. All you fuckers in the mainstream industry who tried to shut us down, well, fuck you, we made $1 million. I'd never let them hear the end of it. So the fact that we don't know how much money they're making, it's probably not very much. Because, I mean, if they made even 100,000, they would be rubbing it in our faces. Like, eat it, Comicsgate. Yeah, that's how it is, man. Yeah, do hand signs during an interview. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to try some ninjutsu or genjutsu. You know, whichever one works the best. Yeah, a short piss of deadbeat. Yeah, that's exactly what Renfamous did. A short piss of deadbeats. Yeah, that is damn fucking right. That's what happened. Now, I wish my chat wasn't so fucked, though. It seems to just be, like, randomly missing a bunch. Ah, well. Oh, what's that? All right, boys, we got a goal now, Blade Devil, to make $1 million. I fucking wish. That would be nice. I would definitely appreciate all of you guys forever for that, because, see, unlike certain comic pros, yeah, you know, your boy Zach, he was dead fucking on when he said one of the biggest problems with the industry was that now you got customers. The people who sign your fucking paychecks are being held to a higher standard of behavior than the pros, than the people creating the product. Now that's fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. Man. There's no industry where that should happen. And though, actually, related, John Malin was laying down some fucking truth bombs earlier. Yeah, check out what he had to say here. When you work for a large company, you tend to think the company writes your checks, so you don't mind talking shit to the fans and throwing your politics in their faces and calling them Nazis or telling them Nazis to fuck off. What you miss is that the fans that you're telling to fuck off write the company you work for their checks. That's how it fucking is. Yeah, they're like, oh, I don't work for you. I work for this company. This is actually kind of the same thing. That's the type of attitude some game developers have too, because if you have a publisher, oh shit, oh, that's right. Jesus Christ, I am such a boomer today. I wasn't even on live chat. Fuck. But no, that's how it works. If you have a publisher, then the end user, like say me as a gamer, if I buy a game from EA, it's not going to happen. It hasn't happened for over 5 years. So, but if I did, hypothetically speaking, if I bought a game from EA, then I'm not the developer's customer. EA paid the developer to make the game, and then EA sold it to me. I'm EA's customer. It's a weird relationship that way. Yeah, so if you're a developer and you have a publisher, then it's actually them that are the publisher that's your customer. And we, the gamers, are the publisher's customer. It's a funny situation there, which is one of the reasons some developers actually don't give a fuck about the customers. Because they're keeping their customer, EA, happy. But what they don't realize is if EA's customers, that being us, if we're not happy, then these developers ain't getting any fucking money from EA the next time around. Man, yeah, AIDS from EA. Oh shit, yeah, that's just malarkey to them. Yeah, man, malarkey is now a word that's being used in public. Funny. But yeah, that's what's going on there. Yeah, let's stare at some titties though. I know you guys. I know what you guys came here for. You're here for the titties. I'm gonna try to not disappoint you. We'll show some titties. There's gonna be plenty of titties when Blade Devil launches too. I can guarantee you that. There's some great fucking titties there. Ah man, I can't fucking wait till we launch this. I mean, seriously, man, just 6 more days. Holy fuck. Oh, it's almost unreal at this point. All right, all right, where was I? I need to get caught up. I need to make sure I'm not missing anything because I need to get back on track. We still got a few articles to go through. Yeah, while I'm doing my best to make sure that toxic man baby doesn't fall asleep there in the basement. Stay awake and keep working, bitch. I'm gonna be as loud as I have to. I'm gonna come beat you a little bit later to make sure you stay motivated. Yeah, pink glowy titties. Oh yeah, I know. Well, you can't really see it at that end, but right there, pink glowy titties. You could see the glow a lot better on page 2, though. So there you go. There you go. Okay. So I think I'm caught up there. All right. So Albine Fox, thank you for the 2. Here in Brazil, college is state funded. It sucks. I know. It's almost as if when you remove the possibility of failure from the equation, it starts sucking. Yeah, and rando number 9, thank you for the 5. These before and after daughters going to college is heartbreaking. Yeah, so any of you listening right now, especially if you have daughters, don't do your research on college first before you send them there, or you may get Moldy Locks or Bat Boy coming back. Otaku Bullfrog, thank you for the 2. Save the school with an idol unit or stop whining. Yeah, see, Japan has the right fucking idea. Like, oh my god, my school's shutting down. Oh, I know, let's start an idol unit. Or, oh, our town is losing money. Hey, let's start a local idol unit. If only they had that kind of intelligence. Dude, I would love to see them try that here in the West. That would be fucking awesome. Except they'd probably ruin it by having just Trigglypuffs and Moldy Locks up there trying to be idols. That's never gonna fucking work. Holy shit, that's never gonna fucking work. And FX Caliber 2514, thank you for the 2. Did you see Dead or Alive 6 censored another costume from Dead or Alive 5? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, and it was, they did an Atelier crossover, I think, right? And then they ended up censoring the final transformation. Yeah. So Dead or Alive 6, they showed their true colors even before the game came out. Nobody should be surprised by this. Reaper 285142, thank you for the 2. Just bought the Blade Devil's Snuggle Blanket. Can't wait for Sunday. Oh, awesome, man. That is great. Yeah, that's true. We do still... You should be able to see this linked down below if you guys don't have ad blockers. I'm guessing more than half of you do, so you're not going to see it. But yeah, I actually do got the Teespring store still there, man. Even that's still up. Yeah, so if you want to get yourself a nice tentacle blanket, now some of that stuff we're going to discontinue here soon, but we're going to let you know ahead of time, so don't worry about it too much. But yeah, that's there you go. We still got a merch store, man. We still got all that. Yeah, if you want yourself some nice titties, you can get them there, man. All right, let me see where am I? All right, rando number 9. Thank you for another 10. Back when Naruto first appeared on TV, I got sent to in-school suspension, 7th grade, for using the jutsus in class because they thought I was throwing up gang signs. Jeez. Yeah, they are that stupid, yes. Yeah, these fucking boomers have no clue what's going on. See, I'm going to have to do a whole separate rant on this one of these days. But it used to be that society changed so slowly that you had like copious amounts of wisdom from the older generation because they've been through what you're going through. But right now, even if the older generation has a lot of wisdom, most of it doesn't apply anymore because the world is so fucking different now. These boomers don't even understand memes. They don't understand anime. They don't understand anything that's popular right now. They think that their kids are possessed by the devil or some shit when they're throwing up gang signs with their funny swirly leaf headbands on. It's tragic, but it's true. Okay, and Wise Girls Emo, thank you for the 2. You couldn't get them to do a car wash. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if colleges tried an idol unit. It's true, man. That is true. All right, Ron Type, thank you for the 125 Filipino pesos. So some college professors in the Philippines require students to join rallies for their grade. Also, some of these students become terrorist accomplices. Oh, you got Antifa over there too, huh? Yeah, they do that here in the U.S. Like, oh, you got to do some activism. Meanwhile, I've fucking said this. If I'm ever in a position to hire somebody and I look at their resume and they feature activism on their resume, it's going straight in the trash. I don't even care what their other qualifications are. I don't want an activist. I don't want someone who's going to try to force their ideology onto my company. I don't want someone who's going to use my company as a soapbox. I want someone that's going to fucking do the goddamn job. So if I see any hints of activism, and this includes right or left wing, by the way, yeah, I'm just, nope, don't need you here. Man. Alrighty, and okay, so good news time. Carl Benjamin, aka Sargon of Akkad, sues Aquila Hughes to reclaim legal fees, accusing Hughes of weaponizing copyright law. So yeah, fucking Sargon, no matter what you think of him, because I know some of you guys probably aren't his fans, he's doing God's work right here, fighting back against the copyright trolls. So Aquila tried to sue him for using one of her videos, and she claimed that it didn't fall under fair use. He fought back and said it did, and he won. Now he is rightly suing her stupid ass to get the money he wasted back. And if I was him, I'd be going for punitive damages too. Like, no. In addition to the legal fees, she needs to pay me an extra couple $100,000. Now, just to discourage anyone else from doing this shit again. Yeah, so the suit claims Hughes made an attempt to muzzle an ideological opponent through wrongful use of copyright law. That is, anyone who saw that happen, you know it's true. Yeah, Gamergates 2.0, no, see, Gamergate 2 is not going to happen until Gamergate has its own Comicsgate moment, where almost everybody just makes their own fucking stuff. And games are, now comics are pretty easy, relatively speaking. I'm not saying the work anyone does in comics is necessarily easy, but as far as make your own projects go, if you're a good enough artist and a writer and you have enough time, you could be a one-man comic creator. You could do everything yourself. You could create a comic in relatively short time. Video games it's a little bit harder, but yeah, anyone can make a video game these days. Animation is where it all falls apart. YouTuber Carl Benjamin of the channel Sargon of Akkad is asking to be awarded attorney's fees in a case resulting from a lawsuit brought on by fellow YouTuber Aquila Hughes that he has, in the meantime, won. Previously, Hughes lost her copyright infringement lawsuit filed in the U.S. against Benjamin, a UK-based creator. The two fall on opposite sides of the liberal versus conservative divide. Does anybody here think Sargon is a conservative? Now, he's only a conservative by current year definitions, where unless you are radical, regressive left, anyone to the right of Stalin is a conservative, is an alt-right Nazi. That's the only way you can count Sargon under that. And the online and legal row between them erupted in the aftermath of the current year -4 U.S. presidential election. Yeah, the height of Trump derangement syndrome. Trump derangement syndrome led this moron into filing a frivolous lawsuit, and now she's going to pay. Yep. But after a U.S. judge recently ruled to dismiss Hughes' allegations, Benjamin decided to sue for legal costs, asking to be awarded a total of some $39,000. Go for $139,000. In summarizing the case, the filing mentions that Hughes, a Hillary Clinton supporter, is a YouTube celebrity who has been publicly mocked for her political opinions by Benjamin. The way he did was to use Hughes' own video recorded during Clinton's election night party in New York City. Yeah, do you guys remember that? Oh, that was the best part of that election, was when the Democrats were so sure. Oh, all the polls say Hillary has a 99% chance of winning. They were getting ready to party, and then as the night went on, they just looked more and more somber, like, oh fuck, and then they literally started crying after Pennsylvania flipped and it became fucking obvious that Trump was gonna win. Oh, man, that was so fucking hilarious. The young turds having a breakdown live. I'm going to have to do an election stream this year so we can see that all again. Because the Trump derangement syndrome is going to be even worse this time around. God dang. Yeah, so Hughes responded by claiming copyright breach, but Benjamin defended himself, citing the fair use protection, an argument that the court eventually accepted as valid. One detail from the ruling was that the judge found that although Benjamin did not add any of his own commentary to his own video, based off of clips that had been posted by Hughes, the power of editing sufficed to produce a new expression of an idea. In other words, what was protected under U.S. copyright law as transformative work. And there's all the shit there. Oh, even better. The crux of Benjamin's argument has been that the lawsuit against him is essentially weaponizing the copyright law in order to win a political argument and exact ideological revenge, rather than actually make a valid copyright claim. And here you got some proof. So this carnival barker that I'm suing for copyright infringement just got banned from Patreon, where he was making $10K a month for overt racism and harassment. Do you think we could get GoFundMe to drop him? Yeah, she's totally not just trying to go after him. In this GoFundMe, he lists his funds are for a frivolous lawsuit brought on by Akela Hughes. Seeing as I'm about to win this case, that aged really well, didn't it? Can I sue to get that money since it would be libel? Asking for let's bankrupt this asshole. I fucking hope he goes on to bankrupt her now. I fucking hope. So as part of the same tactics, plaintiff later publicly suggested on Twitter that she had reported defendants' hate content to Patreon in an attempt to have Sargon banned. And in keeping with her strategy to repurpose copyright law as a viewpoint-based censorship, she reblogged with apparent approval a suggestion to drown out fascists not by criticizing their viewpoint, but rather bringing a speaker to play copyrighted music at their rallies because it would be easy to report their video and get them taken down. Well, now we know what we're going to do to their rallies. Yeah, these morons fail to realize that this shit works both ways. We can do this too. So what's left now is to see whether or not this multi-year saga will have its conclusion in the court awarding Benjamin the legal fees as well. But much more importantly, if the case might discourage future attempts to abuse copyright law as a weapon against political opponents on the interwebs. I fucking hope so. Yeah, because we definitely need that. Now, the only downside, though, is this was two individuals in the lawsuit. We need a way to make the giant fucking corporations, who are usually the ones that abuse copyright law the most, make it so costly for them to do so that they stop. And I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be coming around, man. Okay. Oh, what is this here? All right, Next Generation, thank you for the $1. Just joined, if not already discussed, RuneScape got woke today. I can give links to the info. RuneScape's been woke for a while, though. I remember a bunch of people getting banned because, they thought... Or they did, I forgot what they were protesting, but they did a quote-unquote clan protest. They all put on some, they put on some robes in the game that, if you squint hard enough, might look like, Klansman robes. And they were all just being kicked off the server and banned and shit. But, no, I believe RuneScape's been woke for a long-ass time. If they got even woker... I feel so sorry for you if you were actually playing and enjoying the game, though. This shit is why I don't play a single live service game anymore. Single player only for me. And only then if that single player game isn't always online bullshit. Because nobody's going to ban me from my fucking game. Nobody's going to stop me from playing it. Woke garbage isn't going to destroy my fucking experience. Yeah, I'm done. Ava Unit 02, thank you, another $1. Why does Team Ninja keep doubling down on Dead or Alive 6 censorship when their sister studio Gust is breaking sales records with Atariza by embracing fan service and waifus? Is Dead or Alive 6 being propped up by Neo sales, about 3 million? Why has Koei not put him on a leash? I know. Yeah, you got Gust Like they're a fucking rising star right now, whereas Team Ninja is plumb. But then again, I mean, if it wasn't for Gust saving the day, I think Koei Tecmo would have gone broke last year. And the reason I think that is because their two cash cow franchises, their biggest cash cows, were Dynasty Warriors and Dead or Alive. And they fucked both of those up royally. So if Gust didn't come in and save the fucking day with Atelier Ryza, Koei Tecmo could have been bankrupt right now and out of business. So thank Gust for saving that entire fucking publisher. And at this point, yeah, I don't know why they keep the dead weight on. Just set them free. Just set them fucking free. Yes. And Next Generation, thank you for the dog. Then Woke Patch Notes Part Number 1. Was it explaining the issue? Number 2 is an issue which I posted. Oh, it's Read It. Okay. I don't know. I'll give you guys the Cliff Notes version. I just don't want to pull that cancer up here. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's okay. Pink Skirts events. Okay. Pink Skirts is a dedicated PMod-led community what's that? There's a PVM masses, Q&As. February 21st, we welcomed 20 LGBT plus players to the office to talk about how we're working to make RuneScape a more inclusive place to be. Okay, all of you guys who play RuneScape, have you ever felt it wasn't inclusive? Have you ever felt RuneScape was not inclusive? Really? All right. Well, I guess if they really want to go broke, that's fine. Oh, the word gypsy has been removed from Eris's name and examined text as this word could be interpreted as a racial slur. Various NPCs have been given more appropriate titles. Various NPCs in the Caridian Desert have had their name changed from Ali to better reflect the diverse variety of names we see in real life. Oh, so were they all named Muhammad now? Like every other one? Yeah, so for some dialogue in the Kindred Spirits quest has been altered to remove unintended offense. Oh, God. Yeah, RuneScape is circling the drain. Holy fuck. I am so glad I don't play this shit. Oh, God. Now, I think I have a friend who still does, though. Okay. Yeah, so if you guys play RuneScape, just get some popcorn and enjoy the show. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say there. That is what I'm going to tell you. All right, let's get to let's laugh at the UK again. Boris Johnson has full confidence in Home Secretary Priti Patel as her allies say she is a victim of sexism and spite after claims she bullies civil servants and MI5 don't trust her. Aww. So Priti Patel's allies have been furiously condemned a wave of hostile briefing against her. Spy chiefs moved to rebut the allegations that they do not trust the Home Secretary. Supporters said claims of bullying and lack of ability were spiteful and sexist. So there you go. We got more drama in the UK. Yep. Boris Johnson voiced full confidence in Priti Patel today as her allies launched a furious counteroffensive at a wave of hostile briefings. The PM strongly backed the Home Secretary in the wake of claims that security chiefs do not trust her with some intelligence and that she has created an atmosphere of fear among officials. Also, obviously, it's just sexism. You could trust him, just like you could put a music major in charge of security at a credit monitoring agency. Nothing's gonna go wrong. You don't want to be called a sexist, do you? The Tories have also praised Ms. Patel for doing a brilliant job as she came to the Commons to spell out the government's post-Brexit immigration plans. She defiantly insisted her focus was to deliver on the people's priorities. Meanwhile, the UK's most senior civil servant, Sir Mark Sedwill, has read the Riot Act to those attacking the minister anonymously and warned in the that the briefings besmirched this country's hard-won reputation for good Are you kidding? Okay, I know I got a lot of you guys from the UK right now. Besmirch this country's hard-won reputation for good governance. All right, my UK listeners, speak up. Do you legitimately believe your country has a reputation for good governance? I have yet to see a single person that believes, no matter what country they come from, that it's actually well governed. At least people with a functioning brain, anyway. Man. Oh, what's that? The Yakuza translators are from retard era? Well, I'm not going to be buying that shit. Yeah. So Miss Patel has been facing a backlash after allegations emerged she tried to oust her department's most senior civil servant, Permanent Secretary Sir Philip Rutnam. Number 10 said Miss Patel's relationship with MI5, which has dismissed the rumors, was strong and close, and baseless claims to the contrary are wrong, although it does not appear there will be a leak inquiry. Okay. Yeah, that's right. See, chat, I kind of figured that. It's like, what good rep? I know. The Prime Minister has full confidence in the Home Secretary and the vital work she is doing. Asked if Mr. Johnson had confidence in Sir Philip, the spokesman said the Prime Minister has the full confidence in the civil service, which is working very hard to deliver on our government's priorities. Yeah, that being arresting people for saying mean things on social media. Yeah, while letting rape gangs roam free, because if you do anything about them, you're racist. Yeah. So the Home Office tried to defuse the row yesterday by issuing a joint statement from... Okay, so now they're trying to play nice. That's cool. That's good. Yeah, in the comments this evening, Ms. Patel updated MPs on the immigration proposals to formally publish during the parliamentary. Okay, without referring... Say, I will deliver. Okay, is there anything important here? Oh, here we go. Yeah, you have seen recent stories of tensions within Whitehall sparked by unattributable briefings and leaks to the media. This besmirches this country's hard-won reputation for good governance. No. And is a distraction from the vital work of the thousands of civil servants delivering on the government's agenda and the public services on which our citizens rely. Do the citizens really need to rely on getting arrested for saying offensive things on social media? Like, the rape gangs we can let go, but criticizing said rape gangs, that's a little bit too far. A little bit too fucking far. Yeah. All right. So what's that? Oh, so Home Office Minister James Brokenshire. Very, very good name there. Yeah. It said Miss Patel is demanding, but dismissed the idea she was a bully. Okay. So yes, she is demanding, but in that role you have to be because you are dealing with some of the most sensitive, the most challenging things you have to deal with across government. The latest escalation in briefings yesterday prompted the security services to take a highly unusual move of denying that it was freezing out Miss Patel. Well, of course they're going to deny it. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't need to go through the whole thing, but the UK is having some pretty hilarious fucking drama right now. So, yeah, we could just watch. Yeah, besmirches. Yeah. Besmirches our reputation for good governance. And my only question is, do you got a license for that government, mate? Yeah, does the government have a license to operate? That's my fucking question right there. Because I don't seem to see it. I don't see the government having a license. It should be the consent of the governed, but they clearly don't give a fuck about that. Yeah, nobody cares about the consent of the governed anymore. It's a bitch, we got a monopoly on violence. You do what we tell you. That's all we get right now in the first world. Man. Ooh, it's just going to keep getting better, though. We do got some good news at the very end, though. So at least there is that. Okay, and next generation, thank you for the $1. Short version of why the Ali change is that it breaks some of the backstory that explains the whole town changed their name to Ali to get the dead mayor's fortune that was given in his will to someone named Ali. It also breaks a quest. Yeah, so RuneScape broke their own fucking game in the name of inclusivity, I guess. Yeah. And Tyler Preston, thank you for the $1. What I find funny is that Renfremus claims that artists who draw women sexy clearly have issues with women. Not only is she projecting her insecurities onto others, but is this the same bitch who doxed a woman on Twitter for simply supporting Richard? Yeah, it is. Same one. But it's different when they do it. Yeah. And this is also the same Renfremus that, for a little while anyway, was a professional cosplayer. No problems about objectifying whammons then when she was objectifying herself for pay pig money. Okay, and Jake Miller, thank you for the 5. To think the heart of the most powerful empire on earth used to be at the UK. I know. But yeah, there's so many countries that used to have powerful empires. I mean, France as well. Portugal, fucking Portugal. Tiny little Portugal used to be a world power. Spain. Yeah, and the U.S. is... Give it a couple of centuries and the U.S. will also be just another country in the world if it's still around. No empire lasts forever. And Taba Links, thank you for the 2. Governance? No, grooming. Yeah, they got that right. Yeah, that's right. Just replace governance with grooming and there you go. Yeah, then it's a true statement what the UK said. I could believe it now. Yeah, Rome, Greece. Yeah, that's right. Italy, Greece. All of these just regular-ass countries used to have massive empires. Fucking right, man. And again, the U.S. is going to be the same way in the future. Unless we could pull a China. Yeah, China is... Yeah, they... is there any other incident of that in history where a country actually got defeated and conquered and they absorbed their conquerors, not the other way around? Has that ever happened outside of with China? Because now that's fucking impressive. Assimilating you after you defeat them. That is well fucking played right there. That is some 11D chess. Yeah, things will only get worse, yeah. I can see that. So just laugh. That's why we're creating actually entertaining entertainment again with Blade Devil. So, you can have escapism as the entire rest of the world goes to shit. Yeah. So, the Big Black Cock warns it as reported people critical of poem about non-binary haircut struggles. Yeah. So, I think Ethan was rightly making fun of this because, this was fucking hilarious. You got this... This individual who I do not want to assume their gender, but they're talking about, how horrible it is, how everyone else is thinking about. Nobody else gives a fuck about what you identify as. When you walk into a barber shop or a beauty salon, the only thing the hairstylists give a fuck about is just tell me what you want and I'm going to fucking do it. They could not care less about your identity. And just saying that will get you reported, apparently. So the Big Black Cock, the BBC, has doubled down on its publication of a poem describing the struggles of getting a haircut as a non-binary person, warning that critics have been reported. You guys remember that in the early days of World of Warcraft? When you said something in general chats and then someone replied, reported! Yeah, we're back to those days, except it's the fucking Big Black Cock saying it. So Big Black Cock the Social, an offshoot of Big Black Cock Scotland, which claims it brings you fresh up-and-coming talent from Scotland straight to your social media feeds. Yet they don't feature Count Dankula, though. Yeah. So featured a person who claims to be neither male nor female in the video, which sees them describe how awful it is to have to choose between the salon or the barbers given their gender identity. Yeah, it's such a rough fucking choice because women don't just go to the barber. There's no men that go to the salon. Yeah. None of them. Now, I'm sure you've seen the signs. Gents trim £5, women's trim $9. As usual, there always seems to be a higher price to pay for those who are female. No. You're not paying more because you're a woman. You're paying more because the stylist has to do more. I can guarantee you right the fuck now, if you go in there as a woman and just ask them to shave your head, you're going to be paying £5 too. But you don't want that, do you? We're queer and we're here and life can be tough out there. So you do have to make a fuss or you could just cut our fucking hair. Again, nobody is making a fuss about this person's gender identity except them. I'd be willing to bet money every time this ray of sunshine walks into a barber shop or a beauty parlor or a beauty salon, everyone there is just sighing like, oh my God, it's that bitch again. So just tell me what you want and I'll cut your hair and get the fuck out. Nobody's making a fuss except them. Many viewers were not especially enthused with the performance, however, or with indulging the notion that some people are so unique they exist entirely outside the gender binary. Yeah, that's right. Newsflash, princess, you're not special. So, a saying I heard a long time ago. Whenever you're feeling down, just remember you are unique, just like everybody else. And people wonder why the license fee is resented, remarked the author and commentator Peter Lloyd. That's true. The television license, yeah. Referring to the compulsory license poll tax through which all people who watch live television are required to fund the big black cock, regardless of whether or not they actually consume big black cocks. Oh, man. You're not even into big black cock and you're still funding it. Okay. Man, that is just tragic. Yeah. Stop making a fuss, mate. That's right. So I don't think I've ever seen such a load of rubbish from the big black cock for about 5 minutes. Man, yeah, you Brits know you're. See, the U.S. equivalent would be PBS. But yeah, oh my God, you guys know your shit, man. Awesome. Now, I have zero faith in the UK government. Every time I hear about the UK doing something, I'm just like, yeah, write that country off as a lost cause. But the UK people, on the other hand, there's a potential here, man. The previous generations feel your struggle, said another, alongside a picture of young soldiers storming the beaches of Normandy under fire on D-Day. That's right. Put that struggle into perspective. Oh, and then here's the big black cock. It's been a tough 24 hours here, fighting hate from all around the world, all because we shared the lived experience of a young, mentally unstable, deranged lunatic in Scotland. We take threats and bullying very seriously here at the Big Black Cock Social, and we have been reporting those twats. Sorry, we need some eye bleach. I'm just going to take a little bit of break to consume the eye bleach real quick. Yeah, we need that. We need a second dose of eye bleach. I really wish they wouldn't do things like that. Now, you see, we need a trigger warning for things like this. Now, this would be a legitimate use of a trigger warning, but no. No, we can't get trigger warnings on the things that actually need them. Okay. So it's been... Oh, I already read that. So it's not clear whether the corporation was referring merely to reporting critical replies to Twitter or law enforcement, with British police having proven rather gung-ho about pursuing people for mean twats. Now, the Police Scotland force, in particular, is known to keep a database of people accused of so-called non-crime hate, including offensive jokes, and regardless of whether there's any evidence to identify the hate element of these incidents. Totally not 1984. Officers will consider the circumstances around all hate reports, and while not every report will amount to criminality, this enables officers to consider and take preventative or protective measures to address any emerging concerns. Totally not 1984. An instance of how this harassment by police officers can play out in real life was demonstrated in England's highest court last week when a man who made jokes about transgenderism online and was visited by a police officer over it won his case against Humberside Police. Harry Miller, a former policeman himself, was told by an officer that he was being visited because the force wanted to check his thinking over the non-criminal tweets. We're living in the free world, people. Now check your thinking. Ruling in favor of Mr. Miller, the judge presiding criticized the police force for visiting the man at his home and his place of work, and even compared the tactics to those of the political secret police forces of repressive regimes. Mr. Justice Knowles said, the claimant's twats were lawful and there was not the slightest risk that he would commit a criminal offense by continuing to tweet. I find the combination of police visiting the claimant's place of work and their subsequent statements in relation to the possibility of prosecution were a disproportionate interference with the claimant's right to freedom of expression because of their potentially chilling effect. In this country, we never had a Cheka, a Gestapo, or a Stasi. We have never lived in an Orwellian society until now. Until now. The judge did not, however, rule that Miller's other challenge against the state of the College of Policing's guidance on pursuing hate crimes more broadly was unlawful. So yeah, there you go. That's the state of the UK, mate. So you guys know what's going on. Yeah, at least there was a sane judge. So there's that. You could at least rest easy knowing that. Man, but what would have happened if you rolled the dice and you didn't get a sane judge? You'd just be fucked. Oh, from Eggman, thank you for the 2. Gender identity, everyone's just a meatbag. That's right. Yeah, to HK47, it's all the same. You're all just meatbags. Fucking right. Yeah, 100 genders. Yeah, that's just don't accept the fact that the lunatics run the asylum. Just tell them what they want to hear so you don't get in trouble. And prepare yourself for the catastrophe that's about to come. And then just laugh. You were prepared. You're going to be fine. Just laugh as this house of cards collapses around these lunatics. I am so going to enjoy that. I'm going to fucking love it. Okay, back to the UK. Lawrence Fox takes extended break from Twitter after becoming depressed with abuse. Actor says he fears for his future. All because he spoke the truth. So he basically said he doesn't date woke women because they are insufferable twats. And he was literally bullied off of social media and probably into ending his career. Imagine if this was the other way around. If this was like some feminazi saying that she's not going to date Trump supporters because they're all evil, hateful people, and the Trump supporters bullied her off of Twitter and caused her to have a mental breakdown or something, they'd be laughing at it. Not. They're laughing at this. Yeah, femcel violence. That's right. These fucking femcels. These incel women are literally bullying someone who's much better than them in every way off of social media. To be fair, getting off of Twitter is not a bad idea. The only reason I'm still there is because it's the best way to communicate. It's good for an advertisement mechanism, for marketing. Yeah. So Lewis star Lawrence Fox has left Twitter after standing up to bullies began to make him feel depressed. See, after a while, just start muting them then. So Lawrence, 41, received abuse on the social media platform after a controversial appearance on Question Time in January of current year, in which an audience member accused him of being racist. In a lengthy series of twats, Lawrence began by thanking followers for sticking by him throughout his career. He continued, "Since my appearance on the Question Time and the ensuing hubbub, I have had nothing but support on the street from many people of all backgrounds and political viewpoints. In the weird and lonely days that followed that appearance, your kind words have lifted my spirits. Thank you. But I find that I wake up in dread of what's to come. I'm a fairly private, if opinionated person, and it's been very painful and difficult to cope with." You're making the right choice now. If looking at Twitter makes you depressed, I got a cure for you right now. Don't look at Twitter. Twitter isn't real life. You can live without Twitter. You'll be fine. However, I also believe passionately in free speech, and I stand wholeheartedly by people's right to express themselves. But I am fearing for my future and my ability to provide financially for my chillins. A thought that has kept me awake most nights. People tell me it will blow over, but when you are in it, it doesn't feel like it will. No, see, you shouldn't have said anything. Now they're going to smell weakness and they're going to come after you harder because you're making it seem like you're backing down to them. You should have just stopped using Twitter or only show up to post something. I think given what people have been doing to you, your audience could probably understand why you stopped talking to them. Yeah, because you have to cut everything off. Yeah, he went on to allege that the Union for Actors Equity had told fellow actors to denounce him and that he was now taking a step back from the social media sites to read more books. Yeah. So the controversial appearance on Question Time saw him asked about his opinion on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Lawrence said he empathized with the couple, but there was a hint of have your cake and eat it, which he wasn't on board with. An audience member then said, and let's be really clear about what it is. Let's call this by its name. It's racism. She's a black woman, and she has been torn to pieces. Oh, that's what it is, huh? You can't... Meghan Markle, you guys have seen what she looks like, right? But hey, in current year, if you got like one black grandparent, you count as black. Yeah. Oh, if this guy made a Comicsgate book, he'd make bank. Yeah. Yeah, you got to capitalize on this outrage. Fuck, like when we put Blade Devil out next Sunday, finally, 2 p.m. Eastern, we're starting that stream. I'm not going to go looking for drama, but if drama finds its way to me, I'm going to fucking milk it for every penny. The only use these NPCs have, the only value they provide to society is serving as a free advertising mechanism for your stuff. That's it. That's the only way you can put them to productive use. And I intend to. Okay. So Lawrence revealed he had received death threats after he denounced that theory on the show. Did he actually show them, though? Because, to be fair, if everybody claims they get death threats, you got to show them, though. So Good Morning Britain host Piers Morgan leapt to the Star's defense after this announcement. He said on Twitter, Lawrence Fox hounded off Twitter for daring to challenge the virtue signaling mob. Well, Piers Morgan, if I remember correctly, you had a hand in creating this virtue signaling mob. So, If you see one of these NPCs fall to their own virtue signaling hate mobs, don't feel sorry for them. They created this weapon to use against you, so when it's used against them, you just fucking laugh. Yeah, the repulsive abuse and threats these shameless illiberal hypocrites spew out on here to anyone who refuses to sign up to their PC-crazed worldview is disgraceful. But hey, hashtag be kind. Okay. Let's get some titties back up on screen. I know you want to see them titties. Oh, it's sad. I found an anime MILF board on Reddit. Oh, it's probably going to be shut down shortly then. That all the good shit ends up getting shut down. Oh, Tyler Preston, thank you another $1. Care to clarify, who just because Birds of Prey grossed around 173.7 million didn't it broke even when considering the cost of advertisement, which was 85.5 million. 6 more days to a Blade Devil. The wait is tortoise. Yeah, the wait is tortoise. That is right, man. That is fucking right. But yeah, Birds of Prey, man. Now that's DC is not happy with the way things are going. But hey, it's not my problem. DC's not going to be around for very long. So once DC goes, we can sell our superior products. Yeah. Oh, it's Devin Stark. Thank you. The 2 Olive Orwell's books were about Britain, just saying. Yeah, he was a Brit himself. It only makes sense. Yeah, that's true. Oh, my God. Hey, perfect timing. Just see, all of my getting loud and beating of an artist that I may or may not have locked in my basement is really paying off. Wow, see, I just got to keep the beatings up because the more I whoop, the more I get work in. I mean, look at that backstory right there. And this guy with the splitting headache, holy fuck, he is not having a good day. Yeah, got another panel out in progress, ready to go. I don't know how completed this one in particular is, but it's all a work in progress. So, oh yeah. See, as we get closer to launch, you may be seeing more and more stuff. Just saying. Maybe not on Twitter anymore, but just soying. Yeah, just soying. There's not going to be any soying here, but yeah, that freaking backstory there. Yeah, got to focus on that. Oh, yeah. Hey, we did send him food. Yeah, that's true. Every time you buy from the merch store, I actually let him have another burger. I go to Burger King and I get him a Whopper Jr. Yeah, every time you get something from the merch store, you can get him another burger at least to make sure he doesn't starve. Yeah, recently he's only been able to eat like once a day though, so he's been getting a bit antsy down there. But hey, things will probably work out fine once the campaign actually starts. I may be able to afford to feed him twice a day. Yeah. Yeah, so the artist has been toxic man baby the whole time. Yeah. He's been a toxic man baby the whole time. Yes, that's why he's locked in the basement. He's too toxic to let out. Yeah, got a license for that. Oh yeah, enhance the backstory. Okay, I can enhance the backstory. There you go. Actually, I could enhance further. There. Enhanced backstory for your viewing pleasure. Right there. Yeah, Whopper Jr. Yeah, is RGE keeping an artist hostage? Like, no, that's just the kind of sick shit he's into, Yeah, that's he's just into that shit. I don't know why. He's just a really weird person. I've never met an artist who isn't, though, so there is that. Yeah, artists need torment to release their talent. See, I know, man. So yeah, here we go. We got some backstory. Yeah, zoom and enhance, yeah. Oh yeah, you're not giving him... See, no, if I was giving him those estrogen burgers, you think he could draw like this, though? And yeah, see, he's right. This is a very small panel. Yeah, this isn't like a full page or anything. This is a tiny panel on one page. This one small panel on one page already looks better than most of what's coming out of the big ones these days. That's sad, man. Fucking sad. But it's good for me, because that just means more customers for us. I am fine with our competition being incompetent. All right, Alex Halo, thank you for the 2. The only gender that matters is Hideyoshi. Did anyone ever figure out what gender Hideyoshi is? Yeah. And some laser clown, thank you for the 2. RGE like big, humongous kielbasa Polish sausage. Well, I have one, yes. Yeah, if that's what you're asking. Yeah. Loot that booty. Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. I know. I trust you guys. I know you're gonna deliver. Oh, see, toxic man, baby. He knows. He's like, if he was giving me soy burgers, I'd be working on deadbeats instead. Yep. What'd I fucking say? You think he could draw like this if I was giving him that shit? Yeah, it wouldn't be happening. It would not happen. So let's end the day on some good news, though. Excellent news. New bill would allow legally armed citizens to sue gun-free zone businesses if injured while disarmed. This is what we've needed. I've been advocating for something similar for a long time, where gun-free zones just advertise to potential shooters, like, oh, hey, everyone's disarmed in here. It'd be like shooting fish in a barrel. So every time somebody dies via, a mass shooting or whatever in a gun-free zone, then whoever created the gun-free zone needs to be held accountable. The blood's on their hands. That's the line they always like to use, right? You got blood on your hands? Well, it's time for us to start holding you fuckers accountable for the blood on your hands. We all hate having to disarm ourselves when we go into businesses that don't allow guns. None of us like to be disarmed, especially in the event that something bad goes down. A new bill being introduced in Minnesota would help gun owners do something about it. According to the bill, any business that prohibits firearms would have to include a new disclaimer along with their no guns policy. Currently, businesses that are generally open to the public are allowed to ban firearms from their establishments, even when the firearm owner has a legal carry license. However, these businesses are required to make a reasonable request via a sign with specific language in accordance with the state law, or they may verbally let their patrons know. This new bill would change those requirements by adding something new. All notifications now must state that anyone prohibited from carrying a firearm is under the custodial responsibility of the business that is banning guns on their premises. Yeah, that goes in line with exactly what I've been saying too. If you demand that I remove my ability to defend myself, then my defense is now your responsibility. So if anything happens to me, you are fucking held responsible for it. Because I could have defended myself if you didn't disarm me. So if you want to disarm me, fine. You're going to be responsible for whatever happens to me. And I intend to sue under the full extent of the law. Details of the new bill state that a business or property owners which prohibits the carrying of firearms shall assume absolute custodial responsibility for the safety and defense of the unarmed person while the person is on the property. Yup, and no getting out of it with legal mumbo-jumbo either. This proposed change allows a civil recourse option for legally armed citizens being prevented from carrying their firearm into the business or property. This could be any form of injury, including death or economic loss, that could have been prevented if the person had been allowed to carry their firearm. Although this bill, HF 3051, is only being proposed on the local level in Minnesota, this hopefully would open the door for consideration on the federal level, or even just a lot more states. When legally licensed firearm owners are denied their right to carry and are then subjected to violence with no way to defend themselves, someone should be held responsible. With this bill, that responsibility now falls on those directly responsible for the disarmament. Fucking finally! This is the best news I've seen in a long time. Because while Virginia is going full cuck, Minnesota is like, bitch, I'll show you how to be a real state. What do you think? Oh, yeah, I think everyone knows what I think. Would you like to see this as a federal law or even local law in your own area? Fuck yes! Where do we sign up? Hell, I already live in a Second Amendment sanctuary, but this will be way better. Do you think gun owners should have the right to sue those who prevent them from being armed? Uh-huh. No, I think that's a fair exchange. And see, they have no argument against this, too. Because these dipshits believe, like, oh, if we just ban all the guns, that'll end all the gun crime. It'll make you safer. So, fine. I agreed. Let's play it your way then. You're telling me I'll be safer if you ban me from having a gun? Put your money where your fucking mouth is. If anything happens to me while I give my gun up because of you, you need to fucking be held accountable for it. You're the one that said it's gonna make me safer. So, there you go. If I were to go onto this guy's property and I were to have a gun and commit a crime, I'm held responsible. And as it should be. But at the same time, if I have to give up my gun and I'm the victim of something that I could have prevented, you who disarmed me should be held accountable. It's only fair. Practice what you fucking preach, bitch. Or would you argue that businesses have the right to dictate what is allowed on their premises? No, I argue both. Businesses do have the right to dictate what's allowed on their premises. If a business wants to have a gun-free zone, they are more than welcome to have it. As long as they're willing to take responsibility for anyone that gets hurt as a result of that. It's only fair. It's only fair, man. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'm about to do my rant and sign off, I see that Cecil is about to start his own stream. So I'm going to have a good place to send you guys here shortly because, oh, man. Yeah, if Cecil's about to start streaming, oh, yeah, fuck yeah. But, yeah, we do have a rant. So, yeah, you got fucking backstory. We got plot, side backstory, fucking action, dragons. Well, we don't have this specific dragon in Blade Devil, All right, which I could probably cycle through some of these while I'm ranting. I mean, oh, this is the newest one. Maybe, yeah, you guys stare at this backstory a little bit. This one's kind of got a dragon in it, although not a cute one like this. But, they could be cute in their own way. Yeah, in their own way. Okay, what was I going to rant about? All right. Oh, just bought Joker on DVD. Well, my only question is why you didn't do a Blu-ray, but hey, good. That's a good choice, though. Good movie. All right. Hey, what's up, everyone? Raging Golden Eagle here, having way too much fun, as always. And I want to condense into a video something that I've brought up on multiple occasions before, and I keep bringing it up. I keep beating that dead horse. I keep being a broken record, so let's just put it in one easily accessible place. Let's talk about toxicity and fandoms, or literally any toxicity in general. And most importantly, the source of toxicity. So imagine, if you will, you got a group of people who are just having fun, enjoying themselves, and then an outsider comes in and demands to be let into the group, and the group is like, yeah, we're not gatekeeping, we're not exclusive, yeah, you can come in, we're not going to keep you out. And as soon as that person comes in, they complain about everything the group does, and every time the group tries to fight back in any way against this infiltrator, what's the common accusation? Oh, look at these toxic fans. Oh, look at these toxic gamers, these toxic players, this toxic community. It's always the community you invaded that's toxic, isn't it? That's how it works with these people. If you really think about it, why is it that the source of toxicity is always those calling everyone else toxic? Was the community toxic until they moved in? Now, to be fair, the community may have always been exhibiting behavior that this NPC views as being toxic, sure. But everyone was fine with it. It was okay. Everyone was having a good time. And then this dipshit moves in and suddenly declares the entire community toxic. And meanwhile, the entire community refuses to evict the actual source of toxicity. Because, yeah, think about this. Think of what's going on. You got people having fun. Toxicity moves in. The toxic individual calls everyone else toxic. And instead of doing the right thing and actually giving the boot to the source of the toxicity, they keep bending the knee. Every time these communities that get infested by these toxic NPCs, every time they give in, every time they make changes, they get accused of being even more toxic. You guys ever notice that too? That's a common fucking occurrence here. It always starts out with little things. It's like, oh, well, it's just being a good person. What's the harm in just not being an asshole? Why you gotta be so toxic? And then everything is fucking toxic. It's like Saint Anita said, right? Everything is racist. Everything is sexist. Everything is homophobic. And you have to point it all out. They do the same thing with toxicity. She didn't have enough time to spell out everything they whine about, but toxicity is one of those things. Everything is toxic. If you're not bending the knee to me in every way, you're toxic. So first it's just being rude or something like that. Then everything is racist, so you're being toxic. Oh, that woman, oh, look, her backstory is too pronounced. Oh, why do you have to be so toxic and sexist? And once the community finally has enough where even the cucks are like, man, fuck this bitch, then the entire community is toxic. Look at these toxic fanboys trying to kick me out. All I'm trying to do is fix their community, and these toxic elements are trying to get rid of me. No. The only toxicity in these communities has always been you. And it's high time everybody realizes this. And that includes the cucks in the community. Because the only reason these actually toxic people can get away with what they do and not be kicked out is because of the cucks within the community. Like, oh, but if we kick them out, we'll be just as bad as them. We don't want to be exclusive. We don't want to gatekeep. I used to be against gatekeeping, honestly. But looking at these NPCs, they make a very strong case in favor of it. Because I keep seeing communities just get infiltrated and torn down one after another. And I'm just thinking to myself, all it would have taken to save that community is to kick out these toxic infiltrators as soon as they revealed themselves. But hey, then you want to be or you don't want to be just as bad as them? Fine, you can just be non-existent, because that's what happens to all the communities these toxic people invade. And that's all I got to say, guys. Thanks for listening. Yeah, that was a nice, maybe a little bit shorter than usual one, but perfect timing though. I think, Cecil's just started. Yeah, you could go over there. I will just get caught up here real quick. Okay, I think I'm caught up on Streamlabs. See if I get caught up on YouTube. All right, rando number 9. Thank you for the 5. I will literally pull a Juicy Smollier and hire some people to rob me so I could sue. Oh, that would be the best with that new law. Yeah, you get oh man, you got that gun-free zone thing, and then you get people that show up to beat your ass and rob you, mug you, and then you can, that probably will be some cases like that. Yeah, there probably fucking will be. Okay, so in the meantime, let me just pull Cecil up here. Yeah, it looks like, oh, he's got Ethan and Malin on with him. Okay, so I'll post this in the chat. I keep forgetting which chat. All right, go over there, man. Go over there. Go raid Cecil a little bit. Tell him I said hi. Yeah, we got quite a bit of Comics Gate's heavy hitters on one stream right there now. So yeah, go have some fun over there. I wanna go over there and take a good look at what he's doing myself, actually. But oh man, this is looking good, and this isn't even done yet. Holy fuck! Oh man, I cannot wait to launch this. Ha. Oh, this would be a good one to leave off on. Oh, actually, no, wait, it's the end, right? So there you go. It's the end. You can see some backstory. So yeah, just definitely be back here. Be back here on Sunday. Sunday, March 1st. 2 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing the long-ass fucking Blade Devil stream. And, see, if we can make like 20,000, I will make it a 24-hour stream. No matter how much it fucking hurts. I'll try to do it, man. I'm going to have to stock up on energy drinks or coffee or something. But, yeah, man, definitely thank you guys for hanging out with me this fine Monday night. It made me... It made the day fine after for some pretty special time at work. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too, man. So, yeah, thanks again, and enjoy the rest of your week. I'll be back tomorrow talking with the creator of Grayscale, so show up for that if you're interested. Otherwise, I'll be seeing you on Wednesday as per usual. So, peace out, and see you guys later.